Now, this wasn't redubbed, right?
No.
Good.
No, it's all the same.
Good. Because I liked our little New Zealander
voice
actors.
I mean, they're all English. It's just they're all, like, different types of English accents.
I love it. Okay, the thumbnail up. Oh, you're making a playlist.
A playlist for
the Xenoblade.
Oh.
We can make them on the fly like that.
Gotcha.
And I like organizing everything into playlists for easier finds.
It is kind of nice, honestly.
I always hate it when they're like live stream or like catalogs don't have playlists. It's just like, here you go, and I'm like, dude, all the parts are not in a good order.
Have this in our one-off streams rather than being its own playlist.
It could be good, and
it could be either. We could change it later if we need to.
yeah, we could put it. That's the beauty of playlists, is that you can change them later.
I'll keep the Xenoblade playlist, but I will throw in it also our one-off streams.
Sounds good.
Yeah, there's also What the Fuck, but that's for later.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can just throw in everything.
Put it in 3 playlists.
Everything belongs.
I mean, let's be perfectly frank.
Ooh, oh my god, that's sunset.
Sorry, that was
No,
me.
that's yeah. No, you have every right because that's just gorgeous. God damn, the lightning's here.
Argument. Xenoblade has probably been the most single built-up game in the game's history.
It's true.
Oh, what do you mean you can't believe it's? I can't see who says that.
It's Val.
Oh, hey Val.
Oh, hey, Val. Hello, I live.
Alright.
It's
Flaze has returned.
Anyway,
I'm here.
Val says, yo, I can't believe it. Okay. And it's been so long, Flaze, I couldn't catch your Twitch stream because Twitch is an ass.
No.
I mean, I kind of have been there. I've been missing Flaze's streams for a long time.
See, for me, YouTube streams give me grief.
Oh, weird. Maybe it's like.
Yeah. That's why I
have no fucking idea.
Yeah, that's why I've largely not been using our Twitch channel for just because, yeah, Twitch has been giving us problems.
Yeah, YouTube has been giving me problems. I try to watch streams, but for some reason, like, on YouTube streams, it'll, like, I'll be watching it, and then it'll just stop, and I have good internet.
What?
It'll just stop randomly, and even if I put on YouTube videos on, like, the lowest quality setting, it'll still stop. But for Twitch, for some reason, I don't have that issue, so that's why I use Twitch.
So bizarre.
But yes, hello!
How bizarre. How bizarre.
I love how you have, like, a sound.
Let's see, Twitch won't let me access my account, and I refuse to let me make a new one. Yeah, I still can't figure out why our old computer stopped letting us stream on YouTube.
That's so weird.
And then, as soon as we got the new computer, we could again.
Maybe
I don't know.
Maybe it's like a deal with specific hard drive manufacturers or something. I don't know.
Could be. Anyway, should we...
Xenoblade!
Yes!
Anyway, let's do a proper intro. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Chaos Counseling, and welcome to us doing a live what the fuck of Xenoblade Chronicles, the definitive edition.
I love how you said...
Sorry.
No, I love how you
Sorry.
said a proper opening when we've never fucking done that. Like,
I've been doing a proper opening for all my streams, Missy.
I don't, and man, I think the proper opening is what we just did before. That's how we've always started.
Val knows nothing about Val knows nothing about Xenoblade.
Most people don't, to be honest.
There was a joke back when I think it was after they released the Smash Bros. That Shulk debuted, the Wii U one. They went, I think might be Honest Trailers. They went through and gave each the starring, Japanese boy band for the, Fire Emblem characters. When they got to Shulk, if you knew who this was, you are now Japanese. But anyway, this was, Flaze obviously is the one who brought this to the table, but yeah. I kind of insisted. I'm like, for us finally getting back together, we've got to do something that we've been putting on the back burner for way too long.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, because I haven't been on this channel for like years at this point, Xenoblade Chronicles is my favorite game of all time, and I really want people to check it out, and when Xenoblade 3 was announced, I might have cried.
I felt that, like, as soon as I saw that trailer, I'm like,
I was watching I was watching the Nintendo Direct Live with a friend, and they were like, I was behind because I was watching a mobile, and they just started messaging me like, Flaze, I don't mean to alarm you, but and that's when it got to the point where I knew what was being shown, and I was like, oh
down with the case of the vapors.
So basically, you did what I did today when I watched the DC movies of 2022, and they showed a half a second of Atom Smasher on the screen.
Yeah, pretty much. So, I'm really excited for Xenoblade 3, and I'm kind of like at the phase where I'm like, hey, it's not too late to start Xenoblade stuff, you know?
Let's do Xenoblade.
Actually,
So-
the last time you were here on the channel was before I owned a single Transformer. That's how long it's been.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
I've been here in the background, but you know.
I mean, not counting the ones I've held on to since I was a kid, but
Yeah.
I only got them back out to be with the rest of my collection.
Yeah. So again, I love this game, and I wanted to show people. So we're not playing the whole thing.
No.
But we're only going to show off probably like the prologue or the first chapter. And
Yeah, it's what the fuck.
Yeah, and that'll be it, and then everybody can play what they want.
Yeah,
So Definitive Edition brought a lot of new things to the game, like extra story. Do not play that unless you beat the game.
Oh god, okay, good to
Will
know.
do.
Because
Anyway.
I'm gonna play this after What the Fuck at some point.
Yeah.
Because I got going through the Wii version, and then I stopped.
You will be. Oh, I'm excited for you to see the changes that they've
It's like
made.
I'm excited.
I've been meaning to get to this game too. It's just I've been trying to play Tales of Arise, but I want to keep playing Biomutant even if I'm not streaming it anymore.
Oh yeah.
Guys, he's on run number 6.
I'm on run number 4. Thank you very much.
Your first playthrough, the 3 you did stream.
I did 2. I never did the third one because I realized there was enough content for a third
Nothing
stream.
has
Okay.
changed. Nothing has changed.
Fine with me. I enjoy hearing you all talk about your passions.
Oh yeah, no, Xenoblade is a huge passion of mine. I
Yep.
love this game.
Oh god, I'm just happy to have, like, this energy back. I'm so happy.
Oh, so you mean I can't stimulate you enough in our streams, can I?
There's a different energy when it's just us two.
Yeah, that's
It's
the thing.
it's we get
I mean, to be fair, Darksiders has only been kind of slogging because we both haven't had time together.
God, school is eating me alive, gang.
Like,
Oh, let's see. We got Pac-Man fan. Hello.
Man fan.
hello.
Hey guys, will you play normal sport together? Eventually. Yes.
Eventually.
That's on our list. Yeah.
It's like there's a demand for it. It's just there are a couple games that I'm like, we have to do these.
It's been on
now
the
that
back
we're-
burner far too fucking long.
You know what's wild? Sorry, speaking
Yeah,
of for a long time. You know what's wild to me is I realized like long time ago when we regularly did this, right? People often got your and my voices mixed up, and I'm like, how many new people on the channel like will get our voices mixed up?
I wonder.
I'm wondering that
I
now,
mean,
too.
honestly, when I've watched Qumi streams, like the one where, like the times that you and Qumi are together, I'm like, wait, they kind of sound similar to me.
I sound like everybody apparently.
I mean, I think I sound like your friend Spencer, albeit when I listen to myself, I know I don't. Let's see. I insist on Luke doing more Biomutant. It's amazing. I'm not opposed to that.
You're just gonna be a pure Biomutant streamer forever.
I mean,
you
to be
can
perfect-
speedrun that game at this point.
No, I like playing it too much. I would never speedrun it. That being said, I actually have a setup for a way to play it in character. Because I realized I can make one of them look like a squirrel, and there are moose in the game. Playing through it as Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Oh my god.
Or I feel like I can make the character red and blue. This could be my first sexy Starscream stream.
Oh wow.
No.
Just don't make any erotic creatures.
No promises.
I think I would say other than naming my character Dick, I did pretty good of not making any dildos in our Spore stream.
Yeah, you did do that.
Let's see. When I first watched the channel, I mixed up Abby and Jesse's voice all the time.
Yeah, that one is more understandable being siblings.
Oh yeah. That
Fun.
I am Pizza God 15 on normal Spore. I haven't been able to log into my Spore account. I don't know why. I've tried resetting it multiple times. It's just my account's dead in the water.
Gone forever.
Yeah.
Ubisoft killed it.
Oh, that being said, I did check to see if what I could make with on Spore, and yes, I can actually make Starscream on Spore.
Well, okay, so Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yes, please!
Yes!
Oh my god! Ah!
All right, so there's going to be a lot of cutscenes in the beginning, and I'm going to be playing it. I'll try to go through things as quick as I can so I don't waste anybody's time. So
Yeah, here
we're
we
going
go.
to do a new game.
So basically, you're going to try to do what I did with Tales of Symphonia.
I mean, that is what the fuck.
Yeah.
I know. I just... Oh, man. I did that stream on the fly because I'm like, God, I'm 30.
Aw.
No, it's literally called the Luke's 30
Oh, yeah,
stream.
that's right. Oh. Hello.
Long ago,
Oh.
the world was nothing more than an endless sea,
Can I just say, I think this is one of the most original
in a
settings I've ever
boundless sky.
seen.
It's so good.
reaching as far as could possibly be imagined. Then two great titans came into existence.
It sort of looks so good in this.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
remember the light, like the green coloring on
The
it.
Bionis and the Mechonis.
There were a lot of graphical changes.
Awesome. Oh god, that looks
I
rad.
I can't do that, Dave.
Yeah, there was a lot of upgrades.
Oh, it looks so good. Strictly because of you guys.
Oh no, I don't remember that.
Tis but a scratch! I remember that. Now, is that the Mechonis? Just want to make sure I understand.
Yeah, so
Okay.
Like with
Titans were
Mechonis, the other
locked
ones
in a
what?
timeless
Bionis.
battle.
They were locked in a timeless battle.
Hey, a timeless battle. Like what your character's nickname was in D&D, Flaze.
Until at last,
It's not actually.
only their lifeless corpses remained.
Oh god, that camera angle fucked with me a little bit. Ugh.
There's so much light in these HD
Eons
remakes.
have passed. Now,
Yeah, it's nothing like Attack on
our
Titan, don't
world,
worry.
this vast land stretching across the remains of the Bionis, is under attack from a relentless force known as the Mechon.
Ah, Mechon already! Just stop fighting.
Oh, they look so good.
Wow, wow.
And yet, strangely, the humans look exactly the same.
Yeah. There were
They were
some
like, they put so much detail in the robots, and they got to like release game, like, shit, we forgot the humans.
Oh, Pac-Man would love us to look at their spore creations if we can.
I have to look
Again,
to see if we can
no
find it.
promises, just since, again, my ability to view it, my account has been uncooperative, but I'll take a look if I can.
Get away from me!
But I just want to give you love.
Uh-huh.
Killing you means love, right? I got all of my human information from serial killer novels.
Oh, jeez.
Here, come inside my replica of the Nexus from Mass Effect. I'm going to... Have I mentioned how sexy you are today, Mr. Dunban?
Daddy? Sorry. Daddy? Sorry.
Advancing down our
Sorry.
weak right flank.
Oh, he
Oh,
looks good!
so much better. I love how they fixed them, though.
Machines, they seem to know a thing or two.
and Jesse to control
we'll see.
streams of normal spore?
Anyway, so if it wasn't obvious, we're at war.
Not war. Oh my god, I forgot your name, but I love you.
Young man,
Nice
we've been
mustache.
given the order to retreat. We're pulling back the line to Colony 6. That's where we'll set up the last line of defense.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Any more time spent hanging around here, and we're done for.
Count me in. We gotta get out of here.
Or we can stay and fight.
Hello, you guys says it smiling. Cock it down.
We may die if we take a stand here, but staying gives us the chance to change our destinies. We have the Monado. With this, the future is ours for the taking.
Stupid beast. Your body can't take any more of the Monado. I can tell by just looking at you.
Getting short-sighted in your old age, Dixon. I'm fine. Don't worry, I'm still in control.
I should have known I couldn't talk sense into a beast. Let's do this. I'm going with you. You'll need someone to drag your corpse on.
As long as you think you've still got the strength in you, old man.
Oi, you two! We've been ordered to pull back. I'm leaving.
Well, I say you're coming
The
with
hot
us.
guy's really fucking
What
stupid.
would we do without those?
The enemy's second wave is approaching.
I've got better things to do tonight than die.
Let's show them what we've got.
Okay, why did I say my
We'll
favorite
give them a
Springer
warm,
quote in the Edgelord
harmless
voice? I
welcome.
feel dirty for
Acknowledged.
taking that quote.
What are they trying to prove? I'm not throwing my life away. No point dying in some godforsaken field. Nothing for it. I'll have to use Dunban as a decoy. That should give me time to escape.
Oh, you slimy bitch. I love you.
Hey, Mr. Asshole, don't worry, it's not a godforsaken field. Once Dunban dies, his amazing blood will consecrate this place.
In your
It'll
dreams.
be Holy Land.
Anyway, so I'll just try to go over basic introductions, but basically, combat works in real time. You basically can target enemies and attack at the same time. If you're close to them, you will auto-attack. There's a battle palette at the bottom where you can choose arts to attack.
That's right.
You can engage by just drawing your weapon. You get close, you'll do an auto-attack. And the more you auto-attack, the more your talents will build up. So I gotta adjust the cameras later. And then you can select your arts, and they will all do different things. So for us, with our Monado, we can do Enchant, and we can do Buster. Enchant will power up party members, and it will allow them to hit Mechon, and then Buster will do a lot of damage. So I'm actually gonna make it so that everybody can hit the Mechon.
Now, if anyone watched our, White Knight Chronicles live stream, it uses a similar system. Like, there's a reason why we did the second what the fuck we did was Xenoblade Chronicles X. Was because we played White Knight. It's like, that reminds me of Xenoblade. But we want to save normal Xenoblades. Let's do what the fuck X. I saw X. I'm like, this reminds me of Mass Effect Andromeda. I want to do a what the fuck Mass Effect Andromeda.
And they just ended up streaming the whole thing.
Yeah, well, I am not going to apologize for streaming one of my third favorite video game series. Anyway, so I get the game wants you to hate him for retreating, but fuck honor, it does nothing for a corpse, y'all. We're supposed to leave and save people. The fuck. I would argue Dunban's idea is that his train of thought is he's got the best chance of killing the Mechon in mass to allow everyone else to be able to safely retreat.
It is true. It is true. Dunban, the reason why Dunban is like this is because he's wielding the Monado, which is one of the best weapons against the Mechon. So unfortunately, it's one of those like, oh, we have to stop it here, otherwise they're going to attack our homeland.
Because it's like, if we don't stop it here, there's going to be more casualties at the other line of defense.
You gotta be kidding.
It's their main force. Looks like the Mechon are hell-bent on taking us out.
I recognize
It'll have to be if
his
they
voice.
want to beat us. Now, let's even the odds a bit.
I can look it up.
You heard him.
But you're playing. Oh, fair enough.
Dixon, Munka, let's do this.
I just roll with a
Listen, there's spoilers everywhere.
Oh shit. You there?
Oh yeah, plenty of cutscenes at this point.
Claw weapons are an interesting weapon.
I just realized Dixon's got effectively a gun blade.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Dunban!
Dumbass!
Oh no, Dixon! Not my boy!
Down that easily.
Dunban! You alright?
Let's see.
What does it look like? I'm still good to go.
Don't lie to me, bitch.
Guess even a hero's gotta reach his limit eventually.
Munka, what are you doing? That way is...
Sorry, brothers. Hate to drop
Anyways,
this on you,
so
but
your
it's the
explanation makes
banana
sense.
here,
Dunban did not actually say that. He said bullshit about destiny instead of...
I'm getting a hell of
Pragmatism, which isn't fair, I suppose.
Now, don't worry. I'll organize your funerals. Well, see you, boys.
And immediately shot.
So,
Aw.
I'll explain it after the cutscene, because I really do like how this scene builds up.
Yeah.
If this is a joke, it ain't funny. Looks like this is it. At least we know our luck can't get any worse from here.
Starts raining.
Dunban? Dixon, take care of the survivors.
Dunban, what are you playing at?
It's called Xenoblade Chronicles.
Those idiots. I'll just come and get the Monado when everything's quieted down a bit. And
I thought they were Africa. We'll take it. Oh, bye.
Oh no, please! No!
Vile
We are the Borg.
If you think the Hops, the people of Bionis, are just waiting here for you to pick us off, you are sorely mistaken.
That's the Beconis' sword, right? That they're fighting on.
Yep.
Right, because the Beconis. Oh,
Rude. So, such a cool world idea.
it's like, hey, you know that cool idea of climbing up, actually playing on big monsters? We're gonna do that on infinite steroids.
Yeah. Also, now that the scene's over, Dixon is voiced by Anthony May.
Anthony
I know
May.
the name.
I'm gonna look up Anthony May. Do you think that's safe?
That'll be safe. 1 year later.
A Mechon M71. I bet I can use its optical system to align one of the anti-air batteries. Oh, no good. It's broken.
It's
The
him.
joint section.
It's the nerd.
It's our boy.
It's buckled.
Oh.
It's completely useless.
Well, you can
Just
melt it
like
down.
me.
Oh. Is his outfit different?
No,
Okay.
it's not.
Yes, it's just the colors are a bit more saturated.
They're
And I mean,
a bit
plus,
brighter.
we're probably...
He does. They
We're
do.
also kind of used to seeing him in Smash Bros. More than this game, honey.
Oh.
So the stretch on his outfit's a little
M69.
different.
Hooray! Ribbit.
Its armor would be perfect for making a shield.
Because...
Hell yeah!
If I can just get it off, I should be able to.
Oh no, it's alive! Kill it!
Shulk!
Oh, you look so much better. I still hate your shirt, but
Well, don't
It's
worry.
just a
but actually, it really does look better
It
than
was
it used
using
to.
the Mechon armor as a shell.
I'll lure it away and top it. When it's down, use your arts to finish it off.
Hermit crab.
Hermit crab.
So
Hermit crab.
they do actually kind of explain a little bit. Okay, so alright, so the HP gauge, wow, self-explanatory. You can select arts. We're different now because we don't have the Monado. We have backslash, which everybody knows.
Backslash!
Backslash! And then you can heal with Shulk a little bit. And then you can select who is healed. This is all stuff usually for me. So right now he's focusing on this enemy's focusing on me, but Ryan was able to draw the aggro away from me, so now I can do a backslash behind the enemy to deal more damage.
So, the very first game that had this playstyle I ever played was the Game of Thrones video game. And while I was enjoying it, once I got to the end, I'm like, well, I just want to go upstairs and, rub lotion on my wrist with a power sander.
Oh.
Because that was the most depressing game
Oh,
I've ever
gotcha.
played.
So with Shulk right now, there's a talent gauge.
Yeah.
His main talent right now is able to inflict break on an enemy.
Oh yeah, break.
So when you inflict break, it basically is like you're breaking their balance, and then you can use a topple art, which is what Ryan has, which basically means like you've broken their balance. Topple just basically means you give them an extra push so they fall, and then you can just gangbang them. Anyway,
Not
Let's
on
get this
not on
chest.
YouTube.
no YouTube. Sorry.
Let's see, and then after that, like I said, then I found White Knight Chronicles that played like this, which was a lot more fun, but with the lack of online multiplayer to grind yourself, that I never could beat it.
What's still alive?
There it is.
Oh,
I was
hello.
wondering where that was.
A hermit crab friend. No, caterpillar
It's a
friend.
caterpillar.
Then I found Final Fantasy XII, which you'd really like this game, I think, Flaze, because it has similar gameplay to this game.
Potentially. Real quick, I want to explain that
Yeah.
there is
Oh,
an
sorry.
I want to explain that there's an aggro ring for this, so you can see who the enemy is focusing on because of the aggro ring, and then the art that will do more damage actually will be displayed. So before you kind of just had to guess, but now if the aggro gets drawn away from me, Ryan, you'll notice that this now has a blue exclamation point by it. That means you'll do extra damage if you do it. That wasn't in the original, but now it's there.
Oh my god, I knew what to spam now. Thank God.
Spam! I'm just a button masher here to do my
Thanks,
best.
Ryan.
Seriously.
That was a close one. Man, what were you doing wandering off by yourself?
His hair's so
Stay where I
shiny.
can keep an eye on you. It's pretty dangerous outside of
Because
the
he's
colony.
big, blonde, and beautiful.
There are all kinds of monsters. Yeah, but thanks to you, we got its shell. Everyone in the colony is going to be really happy. I'm more worried about you than the shell.
Okay.
No, whatever.
I haven't seen
Know what
Nausicaa
you're
Valley
like,
of the
at
Winds
least
in a
you
while,
make
but
a
I'm getting,
decent weapon out of it.
I'm remembering that intro all the time. And I'm like, oh, hey!
What the toxic jungle?
No, an Ohm,
course,
like
Dunban's weapon
the
still
casing
beats
of the
them all.
Ohm Mine. She's like, oh, the village will be so
Monado.
happy.
Oh, that
I hope I can
one.
figure out the secret of his power one day. You will, Shulk. Anyway, we better get back to the colony. If I'm late for drills again, old Squaretash is gonna kill me. Squaretash?
That's right.
Oh, the Defense Force Colonel. He's pretty scary.
Boo.
Tell me about it. Sorry, I didn't mean for you to come all the way out here during your break. Don't worry about it. Let's get back.
What a good friend.
Ryan's so good.
I love him. Oh, we love him.
So in the game, there will be a dotted path on your mini map that'll show you where you need to go and the kind of route that you need to take.
Yay.
Which again was not in the original, but they put it in this one. This also works for the main story and side quests.
Yes!
Does it work for every side quest? Because I know some big games like this have some side quests that won't show you where you need to go because you have to find it on your own.
Actually, it will, for most of the side quests, it'll show where you need to go. They will even, like, highlight enemies that you need to defeat
Oh my
to
God.
get certain drops.
I'm so happy.
Again, like, this game has made so many quality of life changes that it's so good. Okay, okay, plus it's the system menu, then I can save, and there's an auto-saving feature, then you can review tutorials at any time.
Hooray!
And there's also an event theater that they've put in now, so if you ever want to replay cutscenes, you can do that.
Beautiful.
Let me go to options, and then
Oh, change your camera thingy, yeah.
let me see if this is what I like. Apply. Let me see. Okay, yeah, that's better.
Okay. So you like yours inverted?
Yes, I do. Whoops. There we go. So you can also zoom in if you wanted to, like right on Shulk's butt.
Well, I mean, you
can
can get him in his underwear.
You can
so.
adjust the camera, so if you want it to be more like over the shoulder, you can
that's
do
so
that.
nice.
If you want it to be in the middle, you can do that, left or right, whatever you want. You can also just, regularly just zoom out. I like to zoom out when I'm in the overworld.
So you can see what the hell
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then when I go
that
in,
makes sense.
when I go in like a city, I want to see the inside.
I love that.
I promise. So there won't be cutscenes for a while. I'm gonna grind a little bit.
Yeah, smart.
Yeah.
Because what the far or not, we still have to beat some boss fights.
Yeah. There's a certain point I want to get to, and ideally that's around level 11. So if I can get some of these enemies and complete some side quests, I'll get later.
Right.
That's most efficient. So we're just gonna kind of fight a little bit. I don't know what people are saying in chat because I'm far away, but
Yeah.
I'm sure people have noticed that, oh man, everyone is British.
Yeah, very British.
So
Very British.
there is a reason for this, actually. When this game was made, it was originally released in Japan in 2010, right? Oh gosh, train of thought. Originally, it was only released in Japan because at the time.
Is this a spiritual sequel to the Xenogears series? Do you know?
I mean, so it's made by the same person
Oh.
who made Xenogears. Not it's like the company is technically different. The same people who worked on Xenogears worked on this game.
Okay.
But Xenogears kind of did a little poorly.
Right.
So they did this game. Also, there's a Collectopedia in this game, so if you go around and collect stuff, you can fill out your Collectopedia. Anyway, so at the time, there was a belief that like JRPGs just wouldn't do well in the West.
Right. I remember
That
that.
kind of still almost holds true, sadly.
Yeah, so this, and along with a few other games, fans were wanting to, basically asking them to be released in the West, and it was an operation called, I think, Project Rainfall, which has a bunch of other games that I'm sure people know that are cult classics and such. And the others got released, but I think Nintendo was really still hesitant on doing this. And what ended up happening is Nintendo of Europe was basically like, hey, we will dub this game for Europe. You don't have to do anything. We will dub this game. And they're like, okay, well, you were taking a huge risk. It's gonna be a loss if you do it. They're like, we understand. We were going to basically take a risk on this game and dub it in Europe. And then surprise, big success! And then it eventually went into North America, but because it was already dubbed in Europe, they're like, well, we don't want to redub it for like American, like just for English because it was already dubbed in English.
I mean, heaven forbid we have people with accents.
And so they kept it, and now it is a staple in the Xenoblade series
You just make a British.
that everyone will have accents from the UK.
I love that.
I'm cool with
I
that.
love that.
Yeah, so that's how that came to be. I think I got a few of the story,
details. A little weird,
I might have gotten some of the details.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, we didn't exactly work on the game's development or marketing, so it's highly unlikely we're going to have I mean, even if we get an official interview from someone, it's been how many years? They're going to get something wrong at this point.
Yeah. So one thing I want to mention real quick about combat, and this is one thing I love about it. If you're in combat and you take damage, as soon as the battle is done, you will slowly replenish health.
Oh, thank God!
Yeah.
I remember that being a thing.
No, yeah, so that's always been a thing.
Okay.
That has always been a thing since, way back in the day. But if you're concerned about, like, healing items or whatever, as soon as combat's done, you will slowly heal back up again.
And I mean, I think that makes sense for games where you don't have full control over your character in combat. So you can get wailed on pretty quickly,
Yeah.
There's a game that Sunshine got that was an RPG exclusive for the Wii called Arc Rise Fantasia. That game had some problems with healing. Well, that game just had balancing issues in general. Again, not a bad game. Oh, but Arc Rise Fantasia was kind of famous for having probably one of the worst English voice acting I've ever seen outside of, say, Mega Man 8 or the original Silent.
You can't see her voice, you can only hear it.
By the way, chat, how's volume? We
never checked. Yeah, we never asked how's the volume.
Yeah, we
And then again,
we checked a
chat's
few
usually
things.
pretty good about letting me know, and we sound like screaming banshees. But
that's good.
That's me all the time. My friends tell me so.
No.
In a good way. They're just like, oh. I've gotten comfortable enough around some friends that I just start doing what I do here on the channel, and they're just like, whoa, okay then.
Let's
Sounds
be honest.
good.
Probably my most famous, quote from the channel is me just screaming the word "what."
Oh yeah, that was a good moment.
That was nice.
Well, no, technically it's inhaling and then screaming the word "what."
It's necessary when you yell to breathe properly, so.
Looking back, I'm like, oh, poor Jessie. She was not prepared for that.
No one was really.
Yeah, you're not. I don't know what compelled me to scream in the Okami playthrough, but
you needed to let it out.
I think it's just because I was so frustrated with my own inability to play that game.
Okami's like deceptively hard.
Yeah, I still need to give we got the definitive edition on the PS4. I'm curious if that if I'd have an easier time with that one.
Maybe.
So, I mean,
but at the same time,
I mean, how big was that clover garden I grew because I couldn't get?
I did notice that they kind of fixed that by the looks of it. I don't know. And it might have just been a Wii thing. I don't know about the original PlayStation 2 version. Hi, Colony 9. Oh, we're down at the feet. That's right. We're really down low.
Yeah, you'll see where
you are. I really
you
like that map thing of when it shows the name, it shows you where on the Bionis you are.
It's really nice.
It's a nice feature.
Here we are. I better stop in at HQ. You off to the weapon development lab?
Yeah, when I've sold any parts I can't use.
All right.
Now, is this game fully
See you
voice
later.
acted?
Yeah.
So define fully voice acted.
Well, so I've been playing before I started playing Biomutant again, I was playing Tales of Arise, and there was plenty of voice acting in it, but then there'd randomly be what's what I'm looking for? Bits where they just say one word to indicate who was actually speaking, and the rest would be in text.
Oh,
If that makes any
it's
sense.
mostly fully voice acted. There's a few things that are not fully voice acted, but in general, a lot of things are voice acted.
I mean, I just saw that one, Val, about. I just saw your messages about them not coming through, but other than that, I can't say because I'm on live chat, not top chat. So if the others aren't coming through, I'm not sure why.
Yeah.
Here, let me switch the chat format, see if that helps. Okay, let's switch back to top chat. Okay, let's go back to live chat. Hopefully that should
Hopefully that should fix it.
Yep.
All right, so one of the things you can do in this game is you can talk to people, right? And they'll usually give you information about the area and also about other people.
The affinity chart. I forgot about this thing.
What you can basically do is you can establish relationships with, not with like you and everybody, but you can learn how people are like how they feel about each other and such. Okay. So right now we only have like 2 people on here.
So like, will it tell you if those 2 are related? Would this chart show you that?
Eventually, if they talk about each other, when you talk to them, they will. Okay. One of the things that they changed, so I believe if I click on it, it'll say like the time they're active and their age and all this other stuff.
Her personality misses her dad.
Yeah.
Nothing.
One thing you can do, I believe this is new, is you can track an NPC.
Oh my god, that makes things so much easier.
So if you wanted to talk to a certain NPC, you can track them.
I forgot and time actually matters.
And then they will appear on your map. Like, for example, I tracked that person, and you can see on the map here that the person I'm tracking is just running away right now.
They're the
hourglass. No, hourglass. What? Magnifying glass.
Magnifying glass. Let's see.
Yeah.
This looks like a ground level Phantasy Star game. That's actually fair. I mean, I've only played a handful of Phantasy Star games, and I can see the comparison. Albeit, I don't know why I didn't initially make the comparison when I first saw this game. Yeah, it's probably because I haven't played Phantasy Star in years.
I'm going to go around and start getting some requests. If there's a request from not an unnamed NPC, they'll usually just be like, fetch quests or whatever. Like this one says, I want some rabbit diodes.
Oh, cool.
And then you can be like, okay, cool, I'll take it. And then you take the quest.
The mini, like, I was going to point this out earlier, but the art that's on, like, the health bits that was with Shulk and everybody, it looks so much better.
It looks so good.
The old one was so grainy.
Yeah.
Which is like, I think that might have been the art style choice.
But keep in mind, the Wii didn't have HDMI.
No, it didn't.
So you'll notice we just got the quest where it's like, you need rabbit diodes. You'll notice that we now have a red exclamation point on the map. That'll show the enemy that you need to fight to get those rabbit diodes.
They just looked at this and went, Abby's struggles. Here you go.
I acknowledge the fact that I don't always need my hand held all the time when I'm playing a game. But by the same token, I'm an adult now. I still love playing JRPGs, but I don't have the time that I used to,
Literally, in my opinion, Xenoblade is a game where it just wants you to play it and have a relaxing time. I have to find a key.
Let's see. I've only played Phantasy Star Portable 1 and 2. This reminds me of it, but more boring.
Well, I disagree. Anyway, so I'm going to just go around and talk to quests. One of the things I like is, and apparently I didn't get the right drops. This guy has quite a few quests, I believe. But you can, talk to them and stuff. But one thing, if you're just getting random fetch quests from the NPCs, and I thought I would have these, but apparently I don't. For these fetch quests, when you have the items that you need, it'll just complete automatically.
Oh, it's like you'll get it, and it'll just be complete, like you don't have to turn it in or anything?
Yep. When it's unnamed NPCs. When it's a named NPC...
They're like, nah, go through the hoops and loops.
But they're not nameless, they're Colony 9 resident! And that over there was their brother, Colony 9 resident! And that down there, that was their cousin twice removed, Colony 9 resident!
Oh, another thing that I like, we haven't really had a chance to show it, but basically, one rule in this game is, if you can see it, you can go to it. See that beach over there? There's nothing stopping us from going over there.
Hell yeah.
We can go over there we want, and over there are level 30 enemies. We are level 4.
Fuck no.
So, we can go over there.
That close with, okay.
Yeah, no, over there's another beach you can kind of faintly see.
Oh, I see it, yeah.
There's level 70 enemies over there.
Wow.
So you can go anywhere.
I'm starting to remember why the Xenoblade reminded me of Andromeda. Because this kind of valley we're in, it kind of reminds me of the desert planet Eos. Because like this place, I'm like, this looks like it could be the first colony in Mass Effect Andromeda.
First one?
Yeah, first outpost you make, but after you get the planet's, climate sorted and it's not a complete desert.
Or at least a sandstorm from hell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
see. What is he?
So
you just get to see I thought these guys only showed up way later.
Nope, they're here in the beginning.
That's cool.
Now, are these kind of like a species like the Final Fantasy Moogles that are all around, or are they
They're a full-blown species, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're species. So you'll
I
notice.
Really compare them to the Moogles. I don't
You'll
know what
notice
that
on my
looks like.
mini-map, now that I've claimed a lot of quests, there's a lot of red exclamation points. Those are for quests, and you'll notice that there's one here. If we go back here...
Oh, hello.
Quest completed.
Oh, it just turns it in for you?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
so now
we
you don't-
found
okay.
we found the key, and we don't have to go find that NPC again.
God.
It's just done.
Thank fucking God.
That's one way to mitigate fetch quests by not making you come back from them.
Yeah,
I
that's what
suppose.
It's like we're a dog that finds the ball and just runs away.
It's like hey, human through ball. Ball is mine now.
It's mine forever.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I say this game just wants you to relax and have a fun time, is because...
Can you jump in this game?
Yep, you can jump.
It's amazing how rare that is.
The jump is still so awkward.
It is. I love it so much.
love it
Keep
so
in mind, this game came out in 2010, y'all.
I mean, heck, in Tales of Arise, it was like, wait, this is a Tales game that lets you jump? What spore of madness is this? It's like, but you know, something that I always found kind of obnoxious, when I was in junior high, like from junior high to high school, there was this one kid who was a friend of all of my friends, but I was, friends with him via obligation, did not much care for him. Anytime I introduced him to a new game, I don't know why this bothered me so much, but he'd always be like, how do you jump? I just kind of look over at him like, jumping is not always a thing you can do in video games, right? Why is that the first thing you're always asking? It's like, okay, here's Crystal Chronicles. How do we jump? You can't jump.
One of the things I like is being able to jump.
I agree. It's nice if the game lets you do it.
There's another thing I want to mention. Because I talked to someone, and they said, I can't really get into Xenoblade because I just hate how they talk in fights. There is game voice volume.
Oh, you can shut them up.
You can turn it down if you don't want to talk about it. I like hearing them, so I keep it up. And then the cutscene voice volume will stay the same, but if you don't want to hear...
during gameplay.
Yeah, you can turn it off. So I just want to let people know that option is there for those who don't like it. I like it, so I keep it.
Yeah,
I like it to a certain extent. If it gets like Bubsy levels of talking nonstop, then yeah, I'll turn it off.
Actually, there was what's it called in Biomutant? You actually have the ability to turn off the narrator from making comments while you're running around. I'm like,
hello.
I know he can say a lot of stuff on repeat, but I'm like, I don't know why you'd want to turn it off, since he's the equivalent of in-character banter like you might get in a Dragon Age or Mass Effect game.
Okay, real quick, something else you can do is if you want to go, when you unlock landmarks, you can fast travel.
Oh, so those are fast. About to ask, what are those arrowhead-looking? No, those are fast travel markers.
Yes, those are landmarks. So we have a named NPC here, which is different.
Desiree!
They're like, oh, Shulk, there you are. I've been looking everywhere for you. I've broken my watch. Look, it's in pieces. I'm terrible with machines, even little ones like this. Would you mind fixing it for me?
No.
You don't have to be good with machines to be careful with them. You just have to be careful.
Did I tell you I'm really bad at being careful too?
Yeah, wasn't your father good with machines? I thought fixing things be the first thing he'd teach you.
Well, fuck up.
Not just good, he was amazing. When I was little, I used to marvel how he swung that hammer. But he's gone now, and as hard as I try, I can't be like he was.
Aw.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be rude.
But
it's so easy to make you go all timid. Seriously, don't worry about it. It's been a year since then. I'm back on my feet. Anyway, are you going to fix my watch or not?
I've guilt you into it now, so you better fucking do it.
It's been a year. Now you gonna do what I want, bitch, or am I gonna have to get out the horsewhip?
So I'll just grab that because we're heading over to our lab anyway,
it's
so it's on the way.
Let's see, have fun. I'm dipping out. It's fun to hear you together, but I gotta work tomorrow and I still need recovering. Okay,
Right.
sounds
Understandable.
good.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yep.
I don't have the materials I need. Okay, so here is an instance where I just grabbed a quest. Bam, it's done.
Yay! Oh, yay! Oh, look at the stars. What was that for? Was that just happiness?
Oh yeah, that's increasing my affinity with the place.
Oh, okay. What?
Did you just realize you have something that you need to do?
No, I just remembered tonight's Q-Maze night for streaming.
Yep.
And I feel bad for not being able to tune in.
It's okay. Hold on. Actually, in regards to that,
Just like pop in, yell at her, and then leave.
well, they just barely went live. Hold on. I need to quickly retweet their stuff. Let me
Do it.
Let me pause the game and you guys can look at
Oh,
Shulk's idle animations.
Wait a second, I just realized.
Idle animation.
Hold on, I never shared this stuff. I was too busy chatting with you guys.
Oh, you better do that too.
Oh, it's okay.
I need to share this in all of the appropriate places.
That's okay.
I was too
It happens.
excited to just be chatting with everybody.
Integrity. Why do they put that above your name? I don't remember.
Oh, so what that is for? That is
titles.
No, what that's for is we don't have it available yet, but that's a skill tree basically.
Oh, cool, sweet.
Yeah, you like the adjective above you kind of describes your the character, and there's different skill trees with those adjectives, and they have different abilities, but we don't have that unlocked yet. One thing I want to bring up, thank you for sticking around, this time for the best part. So one of the sad things that were in the original game is sometimes you would have this really cool outfit or whatever, right? And you're like, oh, I really don't want these goggles on Shulk, but you know...
They're good equipment.
But it's good equipment. Congratulations, there's now an appearance.
Oh my god!
So if you're like, I don't want goggles on Shulk, you can, bam.
That was a feature I loved about Xenoblade Chronicles X. And that was a game I liked until I got stuck and couldn't continue.
So if you wanted, I have a different outfit on Shulk, but I could make him shirtless if I wanted to.
If you want.
Hello.
Oh no, you can make him pantsless, can't you?
That's
whoa. Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Naked. I was about to suppose something, but yes, you can. You can. I'm not even joking. We could
do a naked run.
Yeah. Let me clear appearance though.
Yeah.
I feel like I've grabbed. There's more quests I can grab. I think. Let me fast travel over here real quick. The other thing I love about this game is the music. The music.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
The music literally puts me at ease.
Hello.
It makes me so happy. Okay, what are you looking for? A wedding ring. I'll find it.
It's weird that it's like I get Kingdom Hearts vibes from it, but like not. I don't know because it's like I get like Twilight Town vibes.
Fun
from that relaxing.
Fun fact. So there were many composers, or musicians, I should say. A lot of composers and musicians that worked on this game. One of the ones that did is the composer for Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, yo! No wonder!
Again, they all made different songs, so it's not like all one
that
thing.
That explains the vibe I get, though.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny how often we compare games to Kingdom Hearts on this channel. Because remember when we were comparing Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles?
I mean, Kingdom Hearts is like part of my childhood, man.
No, I know.
Yeah. So one thing I forgot to mention earlier that they showed is this quest thing. So what it does is it basically can show you like what your story memo is, and then if you wanted to, you can see what kind of quest you want. So these are all our quests we have. If there's a particular quest that I want to focus on, say I want to focus on...
Are they organized by where you get them from?
So you can organize them from their locations.
Okay.
We only have Colony 9 right now, so, you know, it doesn't really show it off, but you can show all quests, your current quests, your current meaning incomplete, and then you can organize it by quests by area.
Oh, I'm going to only have it on current at all times.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So, but what you can do is say... For this one, it's like, oh, I have to defeat 3 light skeeters, which I believe are enemies that come out at night or something. If you want to like focus on that, you can set it as active, and then it'll show you.
Rad.
And then I believe if it does come out,
there it goes.
It'll be they might be daytime things. Let me see if I can find a nighttime one. Is this nighttime?
Is there?
This one is nighttime for sure. Don't fight this guy yet. I did that. It was fun, but.
But
you can see, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but you can see, on the map, it's not showing it.
Oh, because it's the wrong time.
But you'll notice that on my map here that I'm showing off, there is a path that leads me to where it is.
That's awesome.
So if I wanted to, it's right here. Here we go. Blue exclamation point for your active quests.
Love it.
So.
Love it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to fight that later, but that's later, because that's a lot of experience.
Is there a way to advance the time without just waiting?
Yes, there is. So what you can do is you can go into this menu, and then you can go to... Wait, hold up. Which menu is it? Frick, which menu? I don't know if we have it available. Oh, change time. Here. You can change the time. So if you want it to be morning, you can do that. Again, how I feel about Xenoblade is it literally is just a game where it's like, there's a lot to it, but we want you to have a relaxing time while you do it.
Right.
And yet some of the music from it is so intense.
It is. It's great. I love it.
It's like, relax to this friggin' pop as you stress.
But if it was...
And relax.
I mean, if the music was too chill, it'd put you to sleep during combat.
Well, I mean, just like songs that Flaze has played before that I think it's like the ending, and it's just like, yo!
So it's weird. I usually do this during the day, but I guess it's night.
You idiots! What the hell are you
He's even
playing
later
at?
than he should be.
The Colonel's gonna explode.
Crashing the mobile
Oh my god, his mustache, I forgot.
Jeez, you can hang coats on that.
Sorry, sir. It's just that we were trying to go as fast as we could, like you ordered. But it's impossible to get back to the military district in only 40 seconds.
I don't want any excuses. Champions don't whine.
I love how he's like
They
flexing as he
win.
yells at them.
Yes, sir.
Hey, the Krogan from Mass Effect Andromeda is watching this and is like, I should move my arms as much as this guy.
During joint maneuvers with Colony 6. Stick your back into it, maggots. Move it.
Yes, sir.
Get the artillery back to the military district. Double time. Then I want 1,000,000 press-ups from both of you. And you better not stop until your biceps explode.
Colonel, we can't move the artillery.
What? You better give a damn good reason why.
Oh, that random guitar bit.
The impact
Dang.
of the crash damaged the ether conduction cable. The ether fuel proceeded to leak out, and now the cylinder is empty.
Oh
Change
no.
the cylinder then. Can't you even do something as simple as that?
The
No.
auxiliary cylinders have all been used up. It'll be 3 days until more come in, sir.
I told you to keep a stock of fuel in reserve.
Sorry, sir.
You're nothing but slackers.
Let me think on that.
Same old Colonel. At this rate, the men will all be dead before they see any action.
Yeah, that's how drill sergeants feel sometimes. I wonder about them. I'm like, do we really want to make all our soldiers like clinically depressed before the fighting starts?
Yeah, one of the things, hold on, you can actually talk to him over here. Put your backs into it! Get a move on, you maggots!
You maggot!
So, what they were talking about in this cutscene is that they basically have this mobile artillery, which is a military weapon, that can be operated by someone. What had happened with it is that it lost control and crashed into a residential building.
Oh.
And the energy source, the ether cylinder,
Oh, gas leaked out.
yeah, it leaked out. And so they're like, well, we need to refuel it. So that's what that whole cutscene was. When you
Beautiful.
play this game, you don't quite understand how the world works. It can be a little confusing, but as they showed in the cutscene, the mobile artillery is that big machine that we flashed
I know
to.
that. So I remember that was a huge complaint I had about Tales of Vesperia when I first played it. It's like, in many ways, the world has a lot of similarities between it and Tales of Symphonia. This is something I've brought up many times, that I feel that Symphonia... So Symphonia came first, then Abyss, then Vesperia. These three games have a ton of similar elements, because I don't know if the company was just out of ideas at the time, so it was just borrowing elements. But when Vesperia came along, it just felt really confusing to me, because it felt like they changed a lot of... It's like, it's called air now instead of mana, just as an example. And then it's like they kept using terms. I'm like, I don't know what these terms mean, because at least with something like mana, that's something that's used in... That's kind of like shorthand for energy in fantasy games nowadays, you know?
Oh, yeah.
If that makes sense what I'm trying to say.
Nah, I get you. Sorry.
Now, granted, I'm not saying it's bad if a game decides to come up with its own terms, but what I'm saying is I get you.
Yeah. All right, so here we are in the weapons development lab.
It's a house.
Yeah. So, but we have a few interesting cutscenes here.
Oh, hi, it's Monado.
It's the Monado.
Hello,
You know, just
friend.
put some glass in there, you could
Oh,
use
they
it.
make it glow.
Dixon!
Just put
When
some
did
glass
you
in the
get back to
Monado and you can
Colony
use it as a
9?
giant magnifying glass.
Just now. I see you've been busy. Looks like your Monado research has been going well. I made the right choice leaving you in charge.
Your
God,
research
he's so
notes
80s,
really
and I
helped.
love him.
I love him so much.
Actually, not 80s, excuse me, like 60s.
So you can activate it now
That's
then.
60s.
Well, anyone can activate it. The problem is controlling it.
Yeah, for everyone except him.
Yes.
But he's
If
dead.
anyone other than Dunban were able to control the Monado, we could
It
surpass
wouldn't be
any
Bloodpoint.
military force in the world.
You think so? What are these hidden functions you mention?
It's still only conjecture, but it's starting to look like the Monado might be something far more significant than just a weapon for defeating Mechon.
I see. And the evidence to support your theory?
It's the symbol that appears in the center when it's activated. What I know is, the central piece is made from multi-layered glass.
Well, that joke
The symbol
apart.
appears on the top layer.
That's why I
and
didn't
each
laugh,
layer
'cause
is
it was true.
constructed differently.
So it's possible that other
God, I love
symbols
our
could
nerdy
appear
boy.
on different layers.
He's so good.
Which means...
The Monado might conceal even more power. Am I right?
if we could just unlock the Monado's power.
Don't touch it. It's very...
Dunban!
Flashback.
Dunban!
Prioritize the most civilians. Come on, get a move on!
Dunban! Don't look like that. I haven't gone yet. Oh. Shulk.
I'm always a little iffy on the POV character knowing something we don't.
Just wait.
Okay. Fair enough.
It was the Monado. It was controlling me. Even so, it saved us. Saved our future.
Well, good, I guess.
Next, it will be up to you.
Okay.
Tell you?
Dunban.
I retract my previous statements.
Well, I better get the supplies delivered to the defense force. I'll drop round the HQ and see how they're getting on.
Okay then. I'll see you later.
So that whole thing about, Dunban's being dumb,
Sure.
the Monado was
You're
controlling
spending
him.
too much time in the lab. Either that or rummaging for junk in the scrapyard. It ain't
What's wrong with
healthy
that?
for a kid your age. That's why you're
How
always
old are
looking so
we?
pasty.
We're 18.
You should get out, get some fresh air once in a while.
Well, I hope so, if we can see him in his underwear.
All right, I'm off.
I'm pretty sure we're 18. I'll check.
No, in Japan we're 16.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time when the game got localized, they upped the character's age by a few years in order to
No,
acclimate it to the new audience.
I'm pretty sure we're 18. Because you can check,
Oh, good.
Oh, cool.
but I'll have to check later.
There's cutscenes. Oh, hey, buddy. Oh, my God. They put actual good detail on that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember that being a
Are
thing.
you awake yet?
Is it time to
Oh,
eat
yeah,
already?
hi!
You didn't have to bring it yourself. You could have just called me.
Oh,
Don't
my
be
God, your outfit
silly.
looks so... Oh, you're so cute!
Isn't she? I love her.
Do you want me to feed you?
Don't treat me like an invalid. I'm better than I was a year ago.
Much better.
Oh, it's been a year. Damn.
Well,
I
I mean,
really
it did
thought I
say
lost
that.
you back then.
It did, fuck.
Yeah. I
Yes,
think Flaze even
but now I'm
narrated
almost
one
well
year
enough
later.
to handle
It's
the
okay, it was a
Monado
while
again.
ago.
Dunban, don't say that. The Meccan have gone now.
It got
Why
so
would you
big!
say that?
I just mean I'm prepared. Sorry.
Okay. More importantly, eat up before it gets cold. I
Girl,
made
cut
something
you.
really special.
Basically,
Don't feel like you
she
need to
would
stay
do that.
here then, Fiora. Go and make your next delivery.
Huh?
Well, I'm sure you'd like Shulk to try some while it's still hot.
That's okay. Shulk has no sense of taste. He'll say it's delicious even if it's stone cold.
In which case, today he would actually mean it.
Maybe.
I'm fine, Fiora. Off you go.
Okay.
And when she says he has no sense of taste, she means
Dunban.
he won't notice her,
Thanks.
senpai.
They're siblings, but yes.
Yeah, no, I haven't. I know I haven't played it, but I did remember her liking Shulk and the bit I've seen with Abby.
Aww. You can't
I'm
hold
not
it.
finished yet.
Spoon.
I have to be prepared to use the Monado again.
Bitch, you can't hold a spoon. What? Oh, wait, what?
So now we can be, Fiora.
What's that?
Yep.
Okay. I don't remember that.
So basically, we didn't really get to show it earlier, but, you can change who you want to play as. You don't have to play as Shulk. You can change whoever you... Like, I could... Like, in the beginning, I could have played as Ryan if I wanted to.
Right. Knowing my button mash he has, I'll just stick with Shulk because I'll know him.
See, my...
And also, like, the... If you play as the main character, usually they don't take that character away from you.
Yeah. That's my approach to RPGs, especially the Tales series.
Looks like you're in a hurry. Where are you off to?
I just thought I'd take Shulk some food. I'm on my way to the lab.
Shulk's not there right now.
Really?
Wait, where'd he go?
I just sent him out to get some fresh air.
Would he
You know
listen,
where he'd
though?
have gone.
Outlet Park.
Oh, okay.
That's the one.
Okay. Thanks, Dixon.
They really improved her eyes. Like, they allowed her to be so much
But
more
yeah,
expressive.
for the most, but yeah, my approach to RPGs, Mike, play as the main character because they're the ones who you're going to have to eventually play by yourself with no help in a critical point in the story. Which was so in Tales of Hearts, Tales of Hearts R, the one we got here in America. Yeah, you know, I approached the game with that mentality. Then randomly, so there's a character in Tales of Hearts named Calisadone. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. He was not a playable character in the original launch of the game, but he was added to the remake. I never used him because I had other characters I wanted to use, and then randomly it's like, yeah, so you have to use him and only him in a boss fight against 3 very powerful enemies with a timer in the climax.
Yeah, that can happen.
So, yeah, I know it's not a foolproof approach.
One thing I will say that they added, there is an auto run. So now I'm not even holding the control stick.
Everything is amazing.
I can just run, and we can do a beautiful panorama.
Oh my god!
Now, will she
it's like they did this.
Will she
with,
just
like,
run straight, or
fans
she?
and...
No, she'll just run straight, right?
Yeah. She'll run straight, but if I
Okay.
need her to like move over here, then what I can do, I can still adjust it. You'll see that the auto run is still going. Like if I'm like, oh, I want to go
That's
this
nice.
way, bam.
Okay.
That's
So I was
nice.
gonna be like, or do they auto lock onto the road and run?
Nope, it's just an auto run because sometimes you just want to run, and these areas are so big that it's like.
I
You
know
know,
exactly a
speaking of-
spot that I would love to have them run. Have the camera down and looking up at the scenery behind them. What is that? I think it was actually one of the panning ones.
I think I know which one you're talking
intro,
about.
But
I think I know.
God,
which...
there's some cool arches and shit.
Yeah,
there.
there's so many beautiful.
So much grass.
There's so many beautiful environments in this game. That it sucks because like in the beginning, like it's hard to show just how beautiful this game can be.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
But it's still really pretty. Okay, real quick. I don't mean to interrupt, but we are getting up on a cutscene.
Oh.
I promise there will be a point where we can.
Kill Buddy.
I will in a bit.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But so in this next cutscene, okay. I have to address it right away.
Yeah.
In the original Japanese version, in this next cutscene, because there's food involved, in the original Japanese version, the food item was curry. When it got localized, they were like, oh, we think curry will be, like, either too weird and maybe our Western audiences may not get it, or that'll come across as too sexist, so we should change it. One of those two. I don't know which one. But the one they changed it to was worse.
Oh no.
So, I just want to address that!
What was it?
The Monado.
Oh no.
So we just laugh at it. We're just laughing at it.
Got
Against
it.
the Mechon armor. They say that before time began, it was wielded by the Bionis.
And then it got older and
The same
shrunk.
Bionis that we all live on. It must have a secret. That's how
It is a
Dun was
JRPG,
able to
so
destroy
yeah.
so many Mechon. And why he lost the use of his right arm. If I can just unlock the secret of its power.
Well, you've got the
Sure.
Digidestined goggles on, so.
Fiora! This is great. It tastes so good.
Really?
It's amazing.
Oh, Shulk, you say that every day.
Not quite. It's always delicious. But today, it's amazing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes, spices in a sandwich. So good.
goodness. I used some
So they
special herbs and
reanimated it
spices
with a
today.
sandwich.
If you said it was just the same as usual, I'd know for sure you had no sense of taste. Oh,
Even though we already saw Dunban eat with the bowl.
It's a sandwich. I don't know why.
Europe.
At least they're not trying to say that a rice ball's a jelly donut.
Yeah, at least they didn't do that. They actually went forward trying to fix it, I
Breeze
guess.
feels so good.
Anyway, I think it's funny. I don't.
That's so great.
I think it's funny.
I'd forgotten what it feels like.
Ah,
Okay.
sandwich is gone. We
I
didn't
never
even
thought
finish
it could
it.
be so
Okay,
quiet
like,
here.
at work, we make some complicated
spending too much
sandwiches
time
every
with
now and
Ron.
then. And unless
You're
it's, say,
getting
egg
used to
salad,
the
we don't
noise
even
of
put
it.
spices on our
Yeah,
sandwiches.
Exactly.
It's so peaceful.
Hey, honey, this
You know,
piece of
Sean,
lint has got
I
such
hope every
amazing
day can be
spices
like
on
this
it.
always.
Huh?
Thank you, honey. I just wanted to hold your hand, but I got a phone.
The debris
Like
siren.
teddy bear stroke. Ow.
So interesting thing
My
that happens
eyes are much
on
fuller.
Titans is debris will fall, and they have anti-debris measures.
I
I forget
love
what
that.
it's called.
Pew pew,
An-
motherfucker.
wait, anti-air batteries to make sure that the debris doesn't.
Kill anybody.
Yeah.
It's like, that would still just break it into smaller pieces and would still hurt
Not if it
Might be more
vaporizes
aware.
it. Then you just breathe
The
it
anti-air
in.
batteries can't protect
Which
us
might
out here.
still be bad.
Let's get back to the lab.
especially if there's lead
Okay.
involved.
Who knows what this shit's made out of?
All right.
Made out of mecon meat.
Gosh. Okay, so one thing that you can do is if a party member is like a little discouraged in battle, you can encourage them,
Right.
make them feel better. Like if they feel really crummy, you can encourage them. If they need help up, you can help them up.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. What the fuck?
And then there's heart-to-hearts you can have, where you basically can talk to certain party members if they have a high enough affinity to it. And you can now switch the party leader!
Yay!
So you'll notice that Shulk is in our team, but I am Fiora, so if I wanted to play as Shulk, I could switch to him, but if I want to keep playing as Fiora, I can do that. I personally, I know everyone was talking about like, oh yeah, I'll just, be the main character. I personally will say that to understand how other characters work, it is kind of good for you to play them at least a little bit so that you know how they work. Because Shulk does not have to be in the party at all times. He can be out of the party.
Okay.
Like, I've run teams without Shulk in it, so it is good to at least know how every character works. But in the meantime, I'm gonna do this heart-to-heart.
Well, yeah, but Chrono Trigger could actually kill the main character.
The fuck?
No, sorry, I'm just making that joke of you don't have to use the main character, but I had I'd had Chrono Trigger elitist in college. Anytime I talk about something cool in an RPG, they'd be like, yeah, but Chrono Trigger.
Sorry, I fiddled with something.
Actually, Chrono Trigger.
Yeah. So we got this heart-to-heart. This heart-to-hearts are not voiced. If that's to answer one of your questions from earlier.
Heart to heart,
Hey,
go!
Shulk, you remember that time we watched the sunrise right here? I don't know why I chose this voice, but this is what we have. It was when we were
Honey,
quite young.
you practiced your British
Oh,
accent.
alright, I'll do my Yorkshire.
I'll do it. Yeah, I remember. We came because I invited you and Dunban.
Oh shit. Oh,
And you can
no.
choose what you want, and it can make you lower or...
Oh fuck! I don't.
Also, it is like Tales of Symphonia. Those two games were related. Both our favorite
let's
games.
see.
I might as well just let you guys answer it.
Fuck. Okay. I have to think.
I invited you.
Yeah, that's more of a like actually intimate than rather than like Dunban dragged you here or something. I guess.
I invited you.
Okay.
Yay! You
That was low.
Oh damn it!
Oh.
You don't remember, do you?
Oh.
And since when have you ever invited me to do anything?
Oh, I could have sworn that's what was happened.
Well, I don't know. I don't know your life, Shulk and Fiora. No, silly. I had a big fight with Dunban and ran out of the house.
Oh yeah, it's coming back to me now. If I'm remembering right, even I got shouted at. You wanted to marry me. I will for certain reasons. I will do this one just because it's funny, and we're here now. You wanted to marry me.
Shulk, I can't believe you. Okay, I might have said some stuff about wanting to be your bride, but you promised you'd forget about it.
I'm sorry, Fiora, I couldn't resist. I mean, if I'm honest, I quite liked the idea of you being my bride.
Shulk, don't get any funny ideas in your head. I was just a kid. I barely even knew what a bride was. Aw, he still remembers. Oh, Shulk.
So if you fail a heart-to-heart the first time, you will get an achievement. Heartbreaking.
Achievement got. We suck.
Achievement got. We failed a heart-to-heart. We did it.
We failed the dating sim.
Task complete. We'll be forever alone.
So if you wanted to, you can save before heart-to-hearts. And
knowing myself, I'll just have a guide.
And you can save before heart-to-hearts, and you can load it if you want to try it, or if.
Hey, honey, I've never played this game, so having a guy with you is not gonna help.
Guy.
I couldn't resist.
So one of the things that goes on.
So yeah, I kind of remember that.
Yeah. So when you start the battle, you will get a quick time event, and basically what that does is it can help you have more tension when you start the fight. The tension essentially helps you be able to have higher, what's it called? Morale, and let you do better attacks and let you hit more often. So if you nail it, you'll be able to start off the battle stronger.
Nailing it, hitting it on the outside of the circle, or just anywhere inside?
Outside of the circle. If you hit it on the inside of the circle, you will still get it, but not as much.
Right, cool.
Yeah. It says that it said there were 3 people watching, but then it dropped down to 2.
Oh, that's okay. Honestly, when I stream, because I stream on Twitch for those who don't know, when I stream, I don't even have my viewer count up because it gets too much in my head about it. So I turn off my viewer count for me.
I don't think you can do that for YouTube, sadly.
Just because it's...
Lime Green says, "Aw man, now it's Rhyme time!"
Rhyme time!
welcome, Lime Green.
What happened? Sorry. What did you summon, Lime? What was
that is the call. That is the call. That is the call of...
The call of Rhyme Thulu.
The call of... yes, pretty much. We don't have Ryan in our team, so I can't show it off, but...
is that one of his, into battle cries or whatever?
Yeah, so what happens is sometimes when you fight, Ryan will either when it starts up, or, in the middle of the fight, he'll be like, "Yeah! Ryan time!"
Oh my god, I love him.
Or, be like, "Oh, now it's Ryan time." So that is a...
Yeah!
It's when Shulk got announced for Smash, he said, "Now it's Shulk time." So
that doesn't work.
It's really funny.
So it's funny because it's now it's Shulk time, and everyone's like, "What do you mean? What do you mean?"
No, it's right time.
If you do know Xenoblade, no spoilers in chat, please. The other 2 are blind.
I only got to...
So we got an achievement that was called Ninja Skills with a Z because Shulk did a back attack and one-shotted an enemy.
Anyway, sorry. I'm trying to remember how far I got. I don't want to say exact points. I think I got to the other robot.
You got you got super far.
Damn nabbit!
I will tell you.
So I do know about one spoiler I don't want to talk about.
Yeah, no, pretty much any spoilers I would say don't talk about because...
Yeah, absolutely not, but it's I remember one character and I'm like...
There's a lot of spoilers with this game, and the less you get spoiled, the better.
Yeah,
Lime Green says their lips are sealed.
Perfect, thank you, bless you.
I think the last thing I definitively saw while I was watching you play on and off was... I know what happens up to leaving the settlements, I believe. But
this one, or...?
This one.
Okay.
I should say, I saw up to, officially when Shulk went on the hero's journey.
No spoilers.
Yeah, of course not.
So I'm just kind of grinding this. Some help you are. I got that achievement because I did nothing.
I haven't played this game, only watched Chugga.
Chugga played this.
No, Chugga did a full-blown walkthrough on this game. So if you want to know every nook and cranny about Xenoblade, you would have to watch Chugga's playthrough. But yeah, so no spoilers. One thing you'll notice is that
he's one of the runaway guys.
Yes. Oh, okay. Chugga Conroy. So if you have a quest that involves a collectible, you'll notice that it actually appears on your map now. It doesn't do that for your Collectopedia, but for
I'm okay with that. The Collectopedia is the least of my worries.
Yeah, so
I know I'll never complete that motherfucker.
Yeah, I have.
Oh my god!
I've done a lot in this game. The only thing I didn't do was I think I needed to beat 3 super bosses, and that was about it.
Oh no, I don't know if I could do those. God.
No, those are hard. Anyway, so
another thing.
Wait, what thingy are you looking at?
The hands, the heart to heart.
Oh yes. So one thing that you'll notice is that there's a heart to heart in here. If you go over here, it'll say you can't view this heart to heart yet.
You lied to me, Matt.
So, but it's here's the thing. It is still good to go and touch these. because they will be registered in your menu, in your heart-to-heart menu.
So that you can...
It can remind you to go find it later.
Yes.
Oh, so
yeah,
nice.
So you...
Because it will fill in the portraits once we get those characters, I assume.
Yes, and if there's, like, story stuff, then it'll be revealed later. Like, you might have the characters, but...
Honey, get me a brush. I must fill in these portraits.
No!
Boom! Aha! Drunk Mickey Mouse.
What the fuck?
I'll do that stuff later.
Just, you know, probably the best I could do when it came to doing a portrait. You know, it would be just 3 circles. That'd look terrible. So
Probably. That's fair. I don't know, though. You can draw clothes real nice, so, like...
I can draw what?
Clothes real nice, so, like...
Not really.
Compared to me...
I can draw concepts.
That's still good draw.
I'm just getting these guys in the affinity
chart.
chart.
Yeah, no, you good.
It's like...
Oh, I have another question for you gameplay-wise, Flaze.
Yes.
Would you recommend buying equipment, or is it more easy to find them out in the overworld?
I would say a combination of both.
Okay.
Sometimes there are some shops that don't give you, like, anything good. But sometimes in shops, there will be stuff that'll be good that you won't be able to get for a while until you do quests. So it's a little mix of both. If there's something better in the shop, it's worth getting. Sometimes it's not worth it, though.
Okay.
We kind of have a bit of a lengthy cutscene. Not a lengthy cutscene, but a very interesting cutscene coming up ahead.
Is there a sandwich involved?
No.
Sadly.
But it's mostly going to be interesting for Abby.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Because of what I know?
Yes.
Oh my god. Hopefully I remember.
Yeah,
what I
so,
know.
Anyway, so we got a cutscene coming up. I wanted to try to get through certain story beats, because then I'll be able to grind a little bit before we can proceed with the story. So.
Grind time. Don't touch it!
Grind time, no!
Ryan, what are you doing? Shulk. No, I'm just.
You got a cursed D&D item.
Ryan!
Goodness.
Fiora, are you okay?
I'm fine.
It's broken.
What? What do you mean it's broken? Don't you care about me? I could have died.
You're not hurt, are you?
Monado can't cut people. More importantly, what were you thinking, Ryan?
Sorry, I came to ask a favor, but you weren't here. And I saw the Monado and...
I know I'm here a lot, but even I need fresh air sometimes. Is your body still feeling numb? We have to be very careful with the Monado. It's not a toy.
I know, man. I just wanted to touch it. Didn't know it would do that. Sorry. But is it true? The Monado really can't cut people?
The pattern in that circle. Or maybe it's a symbol. I think it shows which power the Monado has at the moment.
You think it's a symbol?
Well, if I can find a way to increase the number of symbols, I should.
I'm sure that's all very clever. But why were you more worried about a machine than me, Shulk?
Well, I just explained why.
That's not the point.
Sorry.
By the way, Flaze, do you still have the Monado we gave you?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I was worried that thing, because that thing felt very fragile.
Nope, still have it.
Cool.
Look at you, worthless without the Monado.
Until I've scrapped each and every one of you!
Oh.
The future symbol.
Oh.
To get my revenge.
Oh.
Your blade, it did not cut deep enough.
Oh, hey.
Was that not in the original?
No, I just recognize him.
Oh.
I'm just having fun over here going, I remember that, I remember that!
What on Bionis happened there?
Ryan. Fiora.
Are you okay? Does it hurt?
I must leave.
No. Ryan, when you held the Monado, did you see anything?
You know, like a blue blade made of light came out. Same as just now.
I don't mean that.
Like in your
A
head.
feeling like time had stopped. And then...
Time had stopped.
So, was it only me who saw that?
That sounds strange. Is it another Monado thing?
Who knows? Anyway, no matter how good a sword it is, that's what happens when you hold it. Looks like Dunban really is the only one who can use it.
I won't let my brother use it ever again. Not after what it did to him.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean it like that.
Anyway, the point is I'm fine. To be honest, this has happened a few times before. I've been researching the Monado for a long time.
Shulk,
Interesting that it did make him go cutty crazy.
Look, don't worry about
I'm
it.
assuming it's because it was
Anyway.
a different symbol.
Ryan,
No, it was
what did you
all
want
the
to
same
ask
symbol.
me
It was all
about?
the same stuff?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Sorry, I
old
vaguely
Square
know
Tash is
stuff
gonna
about
put me on
Bonato's
punishment
power
duty.
thanks to Smash
Fancy tagging
Bros.
along?
Punishment? The Colonel was pretty angry today. Did he hit you?
Well, whether he hit me is neither here nor there, really. Although, actually, he did end up
Abuse
hitting
is fine, I guess.
me. And that ain't all.
2010.
He made me do 1,000 squats and sit-ups.
That is abuse.
Nasty.
Yeah. And now I have to go all the way to the Magmel ruins and back.
So you have to go and collect the ether cylinders.
That's the one. They're used to power the mobile artillery. Looks like the damage has been repaired. They can't move without the ether energy.
I wish I could
And it
figure
seems
out
like
which
the fueling
part
station's all
of
out of stock.
Europe
Is the
these
mobile
accents
artillery that big
are
machine
from.
that crashed in the
Or,
residential
of,
district?
England.
Yeah,
Is it?
probably.
I think this
You
is
know your
probably
way around there,
more.
right?
Well, they have a mix, so.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go with you.
I'm trying. Yeah, it's like
No, you
I've learned a little
Hold
bit
on.
about like
The Magmel ruins
dialect
in Tephra Cave, right?
differences. So I think these
I
ones
heard
are
that there's a
more
male
closer
lizard nest
to.
there. I couldn't take it if anything
southern.
happened to Shulk.
I think these are
He's delicate.
Southern,
Not like you, Ryan.
What are you on about?
Could be.
Ah, frick, I accidentally pressed A, sorry.
Oh no! How dare
I
you?
can take care of myself.
Fiona, you're lying.
Okay, I got it. I'll make you a promise. Shulk won't even get a scratch.
A promise doesn't mean much coming from you.
Jeez.
But
But Ryan time.
But right time!
Ryan's gonna make that joke.
She don't trust me at all.
Nah, she doesn't.
No one
mean
trusts
it.
you.
The one thing I like in this version is that you can actually kind of see like facial expressions. Like
Yes.
Ryan kind of has like furrowed eyebrows there, like whoa.
And a raised one.
And you can see Shulk smiles in that scene, like she doesn't mean it.
Yeah, so it's kind of funny just looking at the thumbnail that you sent us for. By the way, I couldn't use the one that had the Xenoblade picture on the back. It said it was too big.
Oh, I probably should have lowered it. That's
but
my fault.
It's like, I know I see it every day on like the banner, but it's like, I mean, it's been a while since I've actually seen your channel's caricature Flaze.
I know, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
So we got skill trees unlocked, but you'll
Oh,
see that this
yeah.
is integrity, intuition, and humanity.
That's
and
right.
they have like these certain things. Like this one will improve ether, this will improve block rate, and this will improve agility. You can switch this over to humanity because what I want right now, this is a me thing, is I want healing arts to restore more
Yes.
HP. I've switched Ryan over to improving critical hit rate, and if he completes this, then he'll be able to equip heavy armor.
Ooh, rad.
So I want him on that, and then you can adjust arts for characters. They will all have different arts. If this gets full, you can switch them in or out, and you can level them up.
That's right. I do remember that.
But in the meantime, so we're almost. There's something I need to do. Let's see. Bad Desiree's watch. We need
blue chains. Oh no.
I have 2 out of 3, so we'll figure that out. I'm gonna just go to the front of Tephra Cave, and then that is where I'm going to be grinding, and we will continue with the story, but I need to grind to a certain point. Hi, Fiora.
Hi, Fiora. Why aren't you coming with us, girl?
I'm gonna kick you
Have
in
you
the
forgotten
balls
anything?
if you ignore me
It's
again.
dangerous, right? You have to be prepared. And I'm not going to help you prepare at all, so fuck off.
But.
You should do lots. You should do push-ups.
You don't get carried because they edited it out of the fucking game.
Sorry, that was right at the mic. I'm sorry. Let me just try to fight these to see if I can get my... Oh, I could have just, like, done that. Oh, wait, it's level 4, so it wouldn't have done as much as I would have liked. Let me inflict break. Icons, so the color of the icons actually help you figure out what arts they are, if that makes sense, or what they can do. Pink ones will inflict break.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll have like a certain description. Pink ones will inflict break. Green ones will inflict topple after break, and then blue are usually healing arts and such. So it is color coordinated.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Shulk, remember, All your years at fashion school and color theory are finally gonna pay off.
Color theory.
And when you're done with it, you can pick the perfect ring to go with Fiora's dress. What? What?
What? Nothing. Never mind. Is this quest completed? What did I complete?
Task complete.
Oh right. Collection number 4. So yeah.
What a bunch of jokers.
What a bunch of jokers. Thank you.
Did Ryan say that or Shulk?
That's Ryan. Yeah. Man, what a you know what? I should be Ryan. It's Ryan time.
It's Ryan time.
It's Ryan time. Hold up.
I love. So it's like the community mascot Ryan, really.
I don't know about the community, but pretty much everybody quotes Ryan because he says some pretty memorable stuff.
He sounds like a memorable dude.
I love him so much. So, quick thing about Ryan. He is essentially the tank, if you couldn't have guessed. His whole deal is about him trying to draw aggro away so that people can get backslashes and stuff.
Love it.
That's right, beat me. That's right, beat me up, so I can take it.
We're close to Tefra Hill, actually. I might just gun it.
Well, I mean, I don't think any of your characters have a gun.
Technically, that blade like shoots out a little bit and then retracts, so it kind of is a gun.
Yeah, but no, that's not a gun. That's a fuck machine. What? A rivet gun?
I'm trying so hard. I'm trying so hard.
Don't try. Just give in.
No. Well,
I mean, I guess I don't have any pretzels to give you for the dirty joke.
It's more of listen. I'm not say so. I not on this channel at least. I try to be say so, which sorry, I've been watching a few things. Say so basically means like safe for work.
Ah, right.
So saying I'm unsay so is basically me saying I'm not safe for work.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah,
That's not what I was referring to.
Would it be better if I said it's one of those, rip-off massage guns that Gwyneth Paltrow's shilling on her website?
I don't really. Well, I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, and then I remembered who Gwyneth Paltrow was, and I was like, oh wait, never mind.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, we have a quick cutscene here.
Okay.
I do need to ask you something after the cutscene phase.
Hello?
You forgot something. You will be needing the transport cases, right?
And you couldn't have given us to that when we asked?
I'm coming along as well.
All right.
I'd feel better going with you boys than sitting at home worrying about you. So, let's get moving.
Besides the
God, she's so sassy in this version.
Besides the potty needs a lady.
I mean, she was always sassy.
I mean, yeah, but like it couldn't be conveyed without the facial and body expressions that this update has given her, so it's like, yes, queen.
So the main reason why I wanted to get to this point is because now I have a full party.
Yep, and you can level them all.
Well, they always level regardless. They do. So if later we'll have more party members, they will level up even when they are not in your party.
But they don't get the affection unless they're in the party, right?
Yes, correct.
I always hated games that doesn't level your characters if you're not using them.
By the way, this game came out in 2010 and they had this mechanic. Just saying. Anyway, so now we have essentially a party gauge. This is where we can increase our morale.
Oh, rad. Oh, yeah, the bone. Yeah.
And then we can revive incapacity party members and do chained attacks.
Anyway, the thing I wanted to ask you, Flaze, since now you've got your own Twitch channel, do you want to do some collaborations on your channel so your channel gets the views as well? Just so we're not coasting off your fame now.
No, I don't have any fame.
I mean, you've been doing the art for us, so technically you've been coasting off your talent since the channel got started.
Since the day.
I mean, hell, you did our very first bit of fan art when Abby was blaming you for why she was bad at Darksiders.
Oh, yeah. So now that I have a full party, I'm going to go through and do a few quests. Again, my goal right now is I want to try to get to around level 9, 10, or 11-ish. But I can do that from just doing quests. So now we have a full team where we have a tank, we have a glass cannon, and then Fiora is kind of also like a glass cannon. She does a lot of damage.
She's our DPS while Shulk is our,
Well, but if Shulk eventually gets the Monado, we know that from Smash Bros, and it's got glass in it. So it makes sense that he's the glass cannon. I know that was a long way to go for a bad joke, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
I wouldn't have you any other way, Abby.
Why?
Because I haven't streamed with you for a while. And I knew I had to give the audience what they want. Me. What, just because Paperclip's not here doesn't mean that the fans aren't thirsty for me.
You know what, totally.
Oh, don't be like that, Abby.
Don't touch me.
Do I need to get out of the glass case, sweetie?
No, for the love of God.
I mean, one of me's already out of the glass case,
They
because
stay
Luke's
on
got
the shelf.
3 of me.
That's why they stay on the shelf.
Would
They
you
are display only.
Oh, what's your Twitch handle again, Flaze? Is it Flaze Fires?
It is Flaze Fires. Yep.
Flaze Fires.
Flaze Fires on Twitch. Yep. I kind of just stream what I want, so...
I mean, don't we all?
I mean, I dedicated how much time to Biomutant, even though I did a poll. I'm like, what game should I play next?
Yeah.
The fan said Shantae. I'm like, cool. I'm playing Biomutant again.
Well, the thing is, the reason why I say it the way I said it is just because I know that, like, in order to grow with any content creation kind of stuff, you kind of need to stream what is, like, popular or like interesting at the time.
I mean,
which like I'm not down to do, but I stream as a hobby, and I don't really have a desire to grow to have it as a job at this point in my life. So I kind of just do it for fun, and it's a lot of fun. I love streaming.
Yeah, no, that's kind of how the channel is for me.
I mean, personally, I wouldn't want to get too much bigger than we are now, just because I like having only between less than 10 people in our stream, so I can actually have a conversation with our audience.
Okay, I'm trying to be careful here because there is a fun enemy close by. I just want to try to get rid of these rebels.
Because I mean, let's be honest, our biggest spike in subscribers, gotta chase the trends. Yep.
Yeah.
Our biggest subscriber spikes were when we did Undertale. And then when we did Monster, I mean, we beat a number of big channels to Monster Prom.
I'm shocked that we did that.
I am sad that we haven't been able to do Monster Camp yet, because I kickstarted it, and I put the channel's name in the credits, because it's like, we kind of owe a lot of the fame we have now thanks to Monster Prom, so I thought it was appropriate.
Alright, so I'm actually going to lower the game volume real quick, because there's a fun thing that happens in the game, and I gotta remember to up this, but there's a fun thing that happens in the game where we have unique monsters, where these are tougher enemies. They will have a fun name, like this one is the Verdant Bluchkull, which I gotta fight later. But they're harder enemies, but you get better items from them, more experience, and the best part about them is that there's a really cool song that plays. So,
rad.
We're gonna do that, or at least attempt this time.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, I recognize this music. Did you, let's see. I'm here from Custom Robo.
Heck yeah, heck yeah. Custom Robo.
Oh, I miss Custom. Do you know Custom Robo was 7 years ago?
That is wild, man.
I mean, because Nameless Boys 2012, and then Flaze said it's 2015.
Yeah.
So
that's how I know how old our Custom Robo series was. I miss that game. And
did it ever get a sequel? I forget.
Well, it got one for the DS,
that
but...
was it.
See, here's kind of part of the problem that Custom Robo had. It was never exactly a groundbreaking series by any means, because it was just kind of, a robo battling game.
Oh, we have a drop coming soon with the song. I just want to... It's just what's
I can stop talking until it comes, if you'd like.
Give it a second. I'm sorry. I just love music.
Oh yeah, you did play this for us once when we were doing D&D at Jesse's house.
Yeah, I love this. Yeah. Okay, so what I did there was basically a chain attack. You can do more damage if you it's essentially like all of your party works together to fight an enemy, and you kind of take your pace with it. But if you do the same kind of attack with the same kind of color code, then the damage will increase every time you do it.
Oh!
But sometimes it's also the best way for you to be able to topple enemies. Anyway, chain attacks are very helpful, so it's very good that you learn how to do it early on. I know people probably don't want to hear the game voices, but again, I like it, so we're keeping it.
But yeah, back to Custom Robo. So, the GameCube Custom Robo game was kind of the black sheep of the series. In that, because most of the games, to my understanding, were very kid-friendly. I mean, okay, Custom Robo was kid-friendly, but low stakes. in that it mostly revolved around, criminals using robots for evil stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that Custom Robo for the GameCube was about the literal end of the world due to like a ghostly monster killing people until it got its body stuck inside a machine and made it visible, so you're then able to beat it using these children's toys, and then everyone was locked inside a dome with no natural vegetation left in the world. That was very unusual for the franchise. So when Custom Robo for the DS came out, it went back to more low stakes. I mean, it was still ultimately about someone using a special robot to gain power, but I don't remember exactly what their end goals were.
Man.
So it just felt kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? So I know a lot of people, myself included, especially since the art... So, let's be honest, the art style in the GameCube Custom Robo game is very...
Why can't I throw things?! Sorry.
Is very early 2000s and desperately trying to look cool. But the art style for the Custom Robo game, Custom Robo Arena, like again, just look at Ray 01 from Custom Robo on the GameCube to the Ray model in Custom Robo Arena. It's a little less cool looking, for lack of a better word. Again, feel free to disagree with me, because I think the one from the game looks cool enough, but you get the idea. Another downgrade is because it was on the DS, it could only handle one-on-one robo fights.
Right.
So I know personally, I hated on the game a little too hard for years and didn't play it when it was new, but Abby found a used copy for me and got it for me. Played through it, I'm like, it was fine.
That's the thing, is that I've learned over time, is just, I feel like, and maybe this is just me, but sometimes I feel like thinking on stuff that I've said in the past, I'm like, man, I was just overly harsh on everything. I just want to have a good time, and if it gave me a good time, then whatever. I don't care.
Xenoblade music is GOAT!
Yes, it is,
just
dude!
the baby enemies.
It's so good, dude.
Because, yeah, don't get me wrong, there are some things I will probably never like Super Paper Mario.
Mm-hmm.
But I realize, especially now that there have been many more Paper Mario games that have come out, I'm like, I've been way too harsh on that game on the channel. It doesn't deserve the hate that I've given it. It's just part of the reason why I've been so harsh on it is because it was the first to break from the game, from the formula of the first two games, and they never truly went back to the formula.
That makes sense.
But I also realize, I'm like, even though it doesn't have the turn-based combat, it has unique partners, something none of the other three games for the series have had.
Yeah, sorry, quick attack.
And again, I'm not counting, like, the sticker crown from Sticker Star or the paint bucket, because it's like, they're one companion, not a bunch of companions you can swap between.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Not to put them down, because the paint can in particular was a great character, but it's not quite the same thing.
I will return.
I still need to play Origami King.
Yeah, I still gotta play some of those games too, but it's fine.
It's like Paper Mario 1 and 2 are probably they both jointly occupy my second favorite video game of all time slot. So I really should give the newest one in the series a go.
Yeah, I've heard it was...
I still haven't given Sticker Star a go, but
I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah, that's kind of where I've heard it's that Color Splash is Sticker Star done right. And since I could barely stomach Color Splash, I mean, I even put it down at one point and gave up on the game and then came back later and finally beat it, that it's one of those things that I'm like, I don't want to. It's worse than this.
I know people like it, and again, like, there's something out there for anybody, but it's okay to, like, not like something that other people like. I mean,
I know another issue that it comes down to is that, so, like, you kind of talked about people rejected the fourth Sly Cooper game because it was a departure from the last two.
I mean,
or something like that.
So one of the main reasons why people didn't necessarily like Sly 4 is because it did break away from, like, a lot of the stuff, but it was also made by a new studio.
Oh god.
So so it broke away in, like, it wasn't necessarily like, oh, the company was trying something different, which I don't mind, but it was more of like, it was made by a different company, and so they changed a few things about it. Like, the elements are still there, and I can see why people don't like it, but, like, it's still there.
I know it also doesn't help, especially with games that could be viewed as kind of niche in a sense.
Yeah.
Is that if when a game changes its formula, you get angry because you didn't get that sort of gameplay from any other franchise out there. Because, like, again, let's take Paper Mario. Yeah, there's plenty of RPGs, but none of them I felt played quite the same way as Paper Mario had. But then the indie game Bug Fables came out, and I thought, oh, it's a game that'll scratch that itch. But maybe it's just because I'm shitty at video games, but in my opinion, Bug Fables is a little too difficult for its own good to be the relaxing ride I had with the Paper Mario games.
I mean, here's counterpoint.
Yeah.
Maybe the reason why you think the Paper Mario games were relaxing is because you grew up with them and you understand how they work. Because I've noticed that with me, sometimes I will say something like, oh yeah, this game is like super relaxing, and then if someone's playing for the first time, they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh, I guess it is hard.
I mean,
because
like, one thing for me was that in Paper Mario, I could get down the special timings you had to do for attacks and parries and such. I played Bug Fables for so long, I'm like, I can't do the parries. I can't. Anyway, let's see. There was a Synaptic Drive on release in 2020. One of the custom Robo devs worked on it, although there was no story mode. That's a shame. Because it's like, don't get me wrong, custom Robo's got decent gameplay, and I like playing it, but as an adult, I think one of the only games I play for its gameplay was Splatoon 2, and I haven't played that for a while just because, I mean, I had other things I wanted to do.
Splatoon 3's coming out.
Yeah, that's also a thing. It's just like nowadays, it's like,
What's up?
Okay, I'm kind of playing Biomutant for the gameplay as well, but
and that's the thing, is that everyone's different. Like for me, I am totally fine playing a game that has no story to it, because if I'm just having a good time and I'm keeping my fingers busy because I like to fidget, then I'm content. I know that's not everybody, because I have quite a few friends who also really like playing games with story, and again, all of that is valid. That's why that's the beautiful thing. Sorry, I'm gonna get preachy. Here's my soapbox. That's the beautiful thing about games, everybody, is that there's something for everyone. I just think that is beautiful, and I'm sorry, I changed like characters 3 times.
You're good.
I'm sorry.
That's why I love games, especially ones that have a very serious story. Because one of the biggest problems I have with movies is I feel like they don't have enough time to properly get you invested in the story and characters because of their time constraints.
Oh, see, I'm such a casual movie watcher that I watched a movie one time with some friends, and I left that movie and I was like, oh my gosh, I had such a good time, and they're like, that movie sucked. And I'm like, I didn't pay attention to how bad it sucked. I just was happy I was having a good time. So I'm not one to talk about that.
And then books, I have always struggled with reading. Like, I have had to go to multiple experts to get notes to hand to my schools to be like, if you're not putting Luke in a special class for reading, you're not allowed to hold him back because you're not doing what you need to make sure you can get past his learning disability. I want to be clear. I have been that bad with spelling and reading my whole life. As a result, it's been genuinely difficult to truly get into books.
That's completely valid.
That's part of the reason why I love the Redwall books. I mean, that's something that my mom, I kind of commented, I'm like, hey, so I remember, Seth and Brad, I didn't say his name all the way. So
I knew this was going to happen. You didn't say their name all the way. I knew this was going to happen.
On a live stream.
On a live stream. I knew it as soon as we, fiddled with the idea of, oh, maybe we should stream. Eventually, their name is going to slip.
Eventually, Sunshine's name is going to come out. Anyway, because I commented, I'm like, I remember you forced Sunshine to buy most of their own books. But whenever I said there's a new Redwall book, you bought it for me immediately. My mom just kind of looked at me and said, it's like, because it's a book you can get through and you enjoy reading. That's just so hard. That was just so incredibly hard for me to get it to do. That, yeah, my mom bought me every single Redwall book without question. Because, I mean, hell, I read through the entire series multiple times just so I had a book on me when I was waiting. I've read through Watership Down multiple times, just because it's a book I can get invested in. Before anyone says, oh, it's because you like books with animals, I'm like, I tried reading a book that was about a mouse that wanted to become a knight or something, and I thought it was boring as hell. So no, animals are not my silver bullet to finding books to read, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean it's okay. It's okay.
I mean, I really got into the Sword of Truth series when I was introduced to it, and then I got older and realized, like, oh my god, why did I read this? Like, seriously, for anyone out there who stumbles across the Sword of Truth series, don't pick it up, don't look at it, don't even read the synopsis. I compare the Sword of Truth series to Twilight for boys, and I mean that in every negative connotation. It sets bad relationship expectations. They're unhealthy power fantasies. And yes, I am going to call Twilight an unhealthy power fantasy, except about dating rather than straight up power or whatnot. Mm-hmm. It's like... Because I think you can compare them to a certain extent. But anyway... But since I could get into them, I owned most of them. But then when I got older and realized, I'm like, hey, Mom, you can just throw these away. I don't really want them anymore. And I don't really want anyone else reading them, so don't take them to the, book donation.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Although in hindsight, I'm like, I should just take them to the book donation, because by just throwing them away, there's now one less copy in the world, which means if someone does want to read it or does want to own it, the price is now marginally been increased due to the lack of availability.
I just thought, well, I'm kind of like half paying attention, but like I just thought about the ET thing. Like you're trying to make an ET, basically, like the ET game cartridges, where it got buried in a ditch. It was like time to put this to rest.
Yep.
So
then they dug it up and auctioned them off.
So where I'm at right now. This was an area where I remember when Abby was going through this, she was like, where is this person? I'm like, it's right underneath Outlook Park. There's a cave over here, and you can come in here. And the main reason I'm in here is because there's an enemy I can fight. I believe they come out at night, maybe? There they are. Except I don't, for some reason, I can't lure, which is a thing you can do. Maybe it'll get unlocked later, but it's a thing you can do where you can essentially draw an enemy close to you. So we're gonna just do this.
I can safely say, though, while there are a number of games that I feel I've been too harsh on over the years, it was nice when the Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition came out and I played it with Abby. No, Abby just reaffirmed my hatred for that game.
Which one was it?
Tales of Vesperia. Definitive Edition.
Okay.
Because... So, with Tales of Vesperia, it was initially released on the Xbox 360, because that was the only next-gen console when the game was ready. But like a year or two later, they then released a version on the PlayStation 3 that had a bunch of extra content they added to it. That was never released in America until the Definitive Edition. So we thought, okay, cool, we've got the Definitive Edition, maybe it'll be better with the extra, because it added 2 extra full-time characters and added some story beats. But if anything, it made it worse. In fact, well, Abby got farther than I did in my first playthrough. We got to a specific point, and there was a specific bombshell plot reveal, and Abby just threw the controller down and was like, what? That makes no sense! And we just stopped playing Tales of Vesperia, and I'm like, whew, hatred for this game validated. Yep. I also think it's like, I don't think my hatred for Fire Emblem Fates is ever going to change. Just because my major complaint about it is not necessarily with the game itself, it's from a metatextual standpoint. That I just felt the game was kind of a low blow for just money grubbing. When it's like, this is something a previous game would have done better. I mean, hell, Fire Emblem Three Houses did something similar and did it better. Why? Because you only had to purchase one game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing that will all... I mean, because I don't even think Fire Emblem Fates is that good to begin with. I think it's actually pretty bad. But...
Oh, right. I have to be Shulk.
But... Hello. Since it's 2 separate games... To get... And you either have to buy 2 separate cartridges or...
Oh.
Why'd that make...
Sorry.
The lady?
No, so what happens... It's kind of been happening while Luke's been talking, is when you talk to certain NPCs, like they have names, your other party members can chime in to stuff, and it'll increase affinity with them. So what had just barely happened was Fiora chimed in to, like, kind of increase affinity between the person you're talking with, which is Shulk. So, but Desiree was just basically, she was just basically saying, what if I told you I broke it on purpose so I had an excuse to talk to you? Kidding! Come on, calm down, I was only joking. Anyway, thanks again.
Fiona just over there like, you say you want to touch my man?
You mean Fiora?
Yeah, Fiora, excuse me. You don't get to touch my man, only I get to touch my man. Oh, thanks, honey. Yeah, I get to touch my man.
Okay, there's a few other areas I can grind a little bit in. So we're gonna go and do that. So I was just showing people, basically, because I remember a long time ago when you played, you're like, where do I find this enemy? And I was like, it's right underneath Outlook Park. It's basically...
Oh, you literally...
You can jump down here.
Is there falling damage in this game?
There is falling damage, but not when it comes to water.
Water, they don't care.
Yeah, so that's why I'm able to jump off a cliff and land in water.
Yeah.
There's one place where one of my favorite things to do, there's a small, tiny body of water, and you are literally like 13 floors above it. One of my favorite things to do is just jump off there and land in this tiny pool of water and take no damage. But anyway, it's the...
You Assassin Creeded this bitch.
If I go over here, there's a few other enemies I can fight, / I believe there's like 2 unique monsters, maybe one or 2 unique monsters I can fight, get more experience.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing is that, I think I mentioned it before, but you can basically go anywhere in this game, even to areas where they have really high level monsters. So there's like,
Yeah, I think I accidentally one time when I was playing it, I think I was like at level 20 or 30, wandered to the worst spot because I found a level 90 super monster, and I'm like,
oh! Well, that's the thing is that the other reason why I say this game is like a relaxing kind of game is if you happen to do that and you run into an enemy, the game won't let you lose money. You don't lose money if you die to it. You won't like lose equipment or anything like that. It'll just take you to the last landmark you were at, and then you can continue on with the game.
Actually, something I kind of liked about Pokemon Arceus, because it's an open world Pokemon game, and there are extra powerful Pokemon you can run into.
Mm-hmm.
The game has a mechanic that, if say you get attacked by a group of Pokemon, just start running away, and as soon as you get far enough, as soon as the next activation finishes, you'll automatically run away from the fight.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, oh, I like that mechanic.
I mean, something similar is in this.
Yeah.
Okay, there's the unique monster. I'm a little low, so maybe I'll fight some Crabbles, because I need to fight those Crabbles. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention is about this game is that the enemies have, there's a symbol above this enemy which kind of looks like an eyeball. Different enemies can be triggered different ways. So the ones with an eyeball, if you are not high enough level, like if they see you, they will attack you. But if you're like high enough level, then obviously they're not gonna pick a fight with something that's gonna kill them super quick. So like these guys, even though they're level 8, if I was like level 40 and I was walking around here,
they'd just be like, oh,
yeah, they would not attack me whatsoever.
I can appreciate mechanics like that in RPGs.
Yeah, it's only when, so the icons here, you'll notice that they are brown. It'll only happen when their icons are black.
Okay.
If it's blue, they will still do it. Another symbol that you'll see is like this sound one, and that's basically if you run next to it, it'll attack you. And then if there's one like this one where it just has dots but there's no eye or anything, the dots just indicate like if they see fight, they will come and join in.
Oh.
But if there's no eye or anything, so I could probably just like go up to it and
it'll just be like, stop.
It'll be, oh, what's up? But if there's a fight close by and it notices, it'll be like, I'm a join! Everybody for a chip!
So, yeah, just kind of what you were saying about just casually walking into higher level enemies. That kind of reminds me of just something in like Final Fantasy 15. There's always like these big powerful animals walking around most area that will ignore you because they kind of view you as beneath them, but they are optional super hard boss fights, for lack of a better word, you can do.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, since they are just animals, it's not like you're gonna get like some super unlock and roll, maybe just experience, maybe crafting material. But
yeah.
Actually, honestly, this kind of relaxed feeling, it really is reminding me of the first half of Final Fantasy 15, and I mean that in the best possible way.
I really think they did a lot of great things with the gameplay in this game. So,
and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Final Fantasy 15 took some inspiration from this game, given some of the aesthetics.
Potentially. Let's see. That's physical defense. Let me...
And I mean, again, honestly, I don't really have any issues with game companies casually taking ideas from each other. Because, I mean, that's how you make good products. You take inspiration from someone else. Or you let something else inspire you to make something of your own that's amazing. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Albeit, it is really funny, especially when it comes to comic book characters, to learn... Just be like, this is how this company ripped off this other company. But I don't care, because that's actually pretty funny. Honestly, anytime I bring up a Marvel or DC ripoff, it's mostly in just a... You want to hear the funny story behind the character creation and why they ripped it off? Because, like, Thanos. His story is one of my favorites when it comes to Marvel, DC ripoffs of each other. So, a lot of people... compare Thanos to the DC character Darkseid, because in many ways they occupy similar positions in their respective universes. They're one of the big bads from a planet. Anyway, I digress. But the funny thing is, most people don't realize is that conceptually Thanos isn't a ripoff of Darkseid. He's a ripoff of the DC character named Metron. And if you look at the original concept for Thanos, he blatantly looks like Metron. But someone pointed out, I'm like, Metron doesn't look very intimidating. Maybe you want to design him a little scarier. So then they took the design and based it more off Darkseid. So it's like, he's only a ripoff of Darkseid in appearance. He's a completely different character for the way he behaves. It's like, do I care? No, because quite frankly, both characters have gone off in their own direction so much that I would argue they only bear a superficial relationship to each other anymore.
My only knowledge of Marvel is the movies,
yeah.
and I liked them. So, yeah. All right. So I basically re-equipped stuff because I'm gonna do a fight. Oh wait, I gotta level up arts.
Do you need to tell about the arts? Because I can wait.
Basically, the arts, I've just kind of talked about it. You can level up arts here, and they just make your attack stronger and whatnot. I've mentioned it before, so it's all good. I'm going to do
so do you want to hear something funny? Have you seen the Eternals?
No, but I think I've heard of it.
Okay. So when I first saw the trailer for the Eternals, I kind of raised my eyebrow. I'm like, that sounds kind of like the New Gods from DC. I kind of like, okay, who ripped off who? I looked it up. It's like, technically, the Eternals are not a ripoff of the New Gods, because Jack Kirby created both.
Oh.
So, like, after Jack Kirby got snubbed by Marvel, he went to work at DC and created the New Gods. The New Gods were so successful, Marvel begged him to come back, so he did. He's like, I still like the idea of the New Gods, so he created the Eternals so he could still tell stories about them at Marvel.
Well, okay, one of the things I'm thinking of, I know you keep saying this would ripped off of this. I genuinely don't think that happens as often as people think. I know everyone's like, oh, this is similar, but it doesn't necessarily equate, in my opinion, that, oh, this was clearly ripped off of something else. It could just be people have similar ideas.
Well, in the case of Thanos, the creators straight up admitted that.
Well, that's the thing, is that when it's admitted, then sure, it's fine. But the assumption of, like, oh, this ripped off of this, kind of takes away from the creativity that some creators have with their work. But that's just a personal thing for me. Because I've often, it's like when you look at an artist and they're like, here's this character I made, and they're like, oh, this looks like this character. It's like, I made this character, though. It doesn't really look like this character you're telling me it looks like, and it's kind of hurtful. That's where I'm coming from, is I've just seen some people be like, I've made this. This is...
no, and I get that.
So
and again, so no, you finish.
I'm just one of those where over time, I'm like, I don't think... I feel like a lot of the internet is very like attacking like
you could move. I mean, I know you're technically waiting till the next night.
Oh, wait,
but
it's down here.
I'm used to time wait mechanics making you have to move the clock clockwise, and you can't just back it up.
No, you can back it up.
That's
it's
nice.
Fine.
That's a nice convenience.
It's just a circle.
It's just
I mean, you're not wrong, but for some reason, game designers they think that the clock is like, you know, a kiddie brakes on small bicycles. You can't turn them backwards.
Yeah.
Actually, all joking aside, I think that was a great.
Do your job. Take the aggro, you bitch.
It's okay. I have a high party gauge, so if I die, they'll be able to revive me.
I don't know about you, but I crashed so many times when I got a bike with handbrakes because I was so used to just pedaling backwards to stop.
Oh, saddest days.
Let's do this. This is a little bit harder fight. That's another thing that I like about this game. I'm just gonna do this. It's probably a bad idea, to be honest.
This is the group attack.
Honestly, I probably should not have done this in hindsight. But basically, the thing that I like about this game is that levels matter. So if I'm fighting something that is one level higher than me, it's going to be hard.
Huh.
So does it kind of give you, like, for, you know...
Ryan's down, yeah, he was guarding, frick! That was bad.
So, when you're in kind of that menu, does it actually completely pause the fight?
Yep.
Okay. So I've seen some games where, like the Game of Thrones game that I said kind of had similar gameplay. They had a mechanic that I kind of liked, but also kind of hated. It's just kind of a preference thing, where that you could never truly pause in combat. But what you could do is you could basically set the game to move forward in slow-mo, so it'd give you time to strategize your next... So, okay, when I compared the gameplay, I meant it more from like the presentation and the way the animations played out. But that game was more you input, here's what I want you to do, then here's what I want you to do after that type fighting.
Oh, that type, okay.
So that was like, here you can pause, so you can quickly input the combat.
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah, I probably shouldn't compare that gameplay in retrospect. I'm thinking, like, no, they're different.
Like, that's the thing, it's okay to compare, but
yeah.
in my mind,
like,
I feel like there's a lot of, like, accusations on the internet.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's just like, it's not like that,
Final
guys.
Fantasy 12 in this game, as well as White Knight Chronicles, I'm like, yeah, I think it's fair to compare their combat pretty similarly.
I think it's good too.
Because like Game of Thrones, the similarities were pretty superficial now that I think about that.
Yeah, I think it's good to compare for the sake of trying to find things you like.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
yeah,
you, even just going from artist's perspective, it's like, oh, you like this style, you'll like this artist too. So that's, oh wait, is this a hand hardy?
It's a hand hardy.
Hardy. I'm just gonna give the stupidest nicknames to every mechanic in this game.
I don't care. I love it.
I mean, what else is new, honey?
Fair.
I love it. It's great.
Hand hardy doing.
Yeah.
Oh, so was Flaze Rhine or?
Oh, I could do a cool.
I could try Cockney bottle of water every time I come here. It brings back memories. Is that for you, right?
Yup, we've been through a lot together, you and me. Why am I now Cockney too?
We are bad at accents. I apologize.
I can't do accents at all. That's why I'm kind of staying out of these, because...
Oh yeah, you remember that time? You know, that one Rhine time?
I was paid to do this Cockney accent, so I mean, it might be right for it, I don't know.
When we had that big fight when done, I'm pretty sure it's this.
Yeah,
that's the one. It's easily the biggest boss up we ever had. In all the years I've known you, nothing else has come close.
It was bad, alright. I'm just glad we made up afterwards. You just delete. You just delete sounds and you got Cockney.
You know, well, I mean, the Cockney accent says bottle of water for bottle of water.
Yeah, but well.
You know, for such a big argument, I don't even remember what it was about.
We were really young.
Fiora's in the back. It's like, oh, you remember stuff for your bro and not me. Is there something you want to tell the audience, Shulk?
It's Roy time.
It's Roy time.
No, Shulk's like, yeah, hey, Roy, it's Roy time.
Yeah, it's Roy. It was probably just some silly kid thing.
You're probably right.
Thing, excuse me.
Hey, Shulk.
That's the right way to do it.
Do you ever think about it? Without me bringing it up, I mean. Of course.
Duh. I think about it sometimes. If we'd never had that argument, I don't think we'd be friends now.
Also, those kittens would still be alive.
That's just what I was thinking. We must have said some pretty harsh things to each other. But it was worth it, right? It's why we're such good mates now.
Yeah, it was definitely worth it. You know, it's funny how we think alike sometimes. I'd have figured you were still angry.
Nah, not anymore. But you did go on my nerves a bit back then. You were just too clever, man. Got under my skin.
I'm still clever now, what are you saying?
Listen, I'm still a nerd.
get out of here and say it out to my face. I thought you were just this big dumb brute.
We probably should have never given them British accents to just talk normally, but here we are.
This is the fun part, you know. Hey, I guess that's why we were all great about. I was paid to do this accent. I think.
Yeah,
I was in a professional company doing this accent.
That sounds about right. But after all that fighting, we came out stronger. And we learnt a lot. Wait, we learnt about each other. Or learned about each other. That's how it's pronounced.
You know, I don't think this enough. Say this enough. Thanks, Ryan. I couldn't ask for a better friend.
No problem, Shulk.
Aw, friendship.
And remember, you don't have to hold back.
I won't kiss.
You can call me. you can call me a big dumb brute anytime you like.
All right, you big dumb brute.
I'll take it.
Big fat old lips.
I'll take it on the chin.
You're right. Come here. Let me put a kiss on that chin.
Let me just touch your biceps. It'll be fine. That's what friends do.
That's all friends do. We just yes.
So now that we've nailed that heart event, we got an achievement of heartwarming. Okay,
Yay.
I think I'm at an okay level to proceed with the story now.
Okay.
Here's hoping.
Just go. How late can you go, Flaze?
Not very long. So that's why I'm like, we should go.
Okay.
So now we're in Tephra Cave. You can see we're
in the ankle.
We're just a little bit up than where we were before.
Oh, is Shulk fighting monsters down here the reason why I'm suffering chronic ankle pain?
Yes.
That explains everything.
So now they kind of tell you about the different monster types that I mentioned a little bit
awesome.
earlier. And we got a landmark, and because we got a lot of landmarks, we get more experience for that. That's the other thing. This game literally rewards you for exploring.
Yay!
So it's like...
Wow.
Oh, I remember grinding in this cave for hours.
That's why I was grinding outside, finding unique monsters. But yeah, so like, that's why I keep saying this is such a casual experience, because you're like, oh, do I have to fight all these enemies? Nah, go explore, bruh!
Go have a fun time.
You can just explore the world and you'll get experience for it. You get experience for doing quests, you get experience from exploring, you get experience for failing! Like, we failed the heart-to-heart event, we got experience for it. We died.
Good job, stupid.
We died, and we got experience for it. Later on, I can jump off of a cliff and die, and I'll get an achievement for it, and I'll get experience for it. Literally just play the game and have fun. That's what I love about it so much.
So as someone who works in a behavioral hospital, I don't know how I feel about saying you can get ahead in life out of self-harm.
Jeez, yeah.
I apologize.
I'm joking. I shouldn't joke about that, but if I couldn't joke about that, I'd go insane.
Everyone's got their thing. So I am still fighting enemies here, but it's more so like
clearing it out
a little, yeah. And like I can do a few things. Like for that one, I think I could, if I got lucky, I could have gotten a drop. There's a unique monster down there. Ooh, it's level 8. I might be able to take it actually.
Do it.
Let me. Oh, now I can lure. Jeez, where was this earlier? It was sad.
I think it was in the programming code.
I don't know why I decided to do that, and I apologize. That was
excuse you.
That was a bit strange for me.
Excuse me, we do not apologize on this. Okay, no.
It was more of like I meant to be like, but it became across. But it so much came across like me. But I really meant it to be like, but
I see why.
Why, hello, Miss Beaker.
No, I was thinking.
I meant the.
Come here, guys.
I was thinking Danganronpa. There we go.
Well, yeah, I know that, but since it came out that way, that's why I'm calling Kendall Miss Beaker.
Fair.
Oh, Ryan's dazed. Let me go and help him. Because you can
save your boy.
Yeah, I know someone was asking if we do Danganronpa for the channel, but I'm like, yeah, but Flaze already did it so in depth.
I would do it again.
It's just
still different channels.
It's just. My point is, I'm like, I don't know how much of a priority it is for us now because of that, you know?
I'm down!
Is Danganronpa?
I know it just also doesn't help that we've got so many other stuff lined up that we need to finish too. Plus, I imagine that might be one that would be more fun if we could get edits on rather than do live stream.
It would probably.
But at the same time, I don't want to subject you to any extra work if you're not up for it, Flaze.
I just realized, we have one shot. Oh wait, Ryan's dazed! Balls, I shouldn't have done this! Why does this happen?
God is a cruel.
Okay, we're playing it real close.
RNG is a cruel mistress.
Oh, heck yeah, we got it just in time. Ryan was about to die. Oh my gosh.
Well, I mean, Kadia was the goddess of RNG, and she was a cruel mistress.
Was I?
No, but
I think if I fight just a few more enemies, like I probably can take care of this, and then I'll be golden.
it's like I respect why Jessie canceled Flashback because she just couldn't handle it anymore. But I miss it.
Yeah, it's understandable.
I'll always miss those. I'll always love those characters.
I mean, they're good. It's not one of those like we don't have to be sad that it doesn't exist. We could be happy that it happened at all.
Yeah.
I mean, my cousin made us some great fan art of Shamu and Kadia up there, just hanging on our wall.
Okay, one more enemy, and I'll be good. I apologize that the grinding is taking a little bit longer, but
they put Shamu in a Sailor Moon pose.
Well, yeah.
It's the best.
Yeah.
And technically an extra girl pose.
Again, yeah. More male characters. If women have been getting drawn with impractical spines for decades, so we need, you know, it's the men's turn to be drawn impractically just to balance out the bad karma in the world.
Hold on, let me finish this fight and then I can have karma. Let me finish this fight. I won't have it. I won't have it for long. I just for karma's sake, we'll have it for just a couple of seconds. Lips. That's fine.
Whoa! The broth's kind of rad, actually.
It's a swimsuit, but yeah.
Very pretty.
There we go. Equality.
There we go.
There we go. Equality.
Oh my god.
That's right, everyone. Fight the good fight for equality. Go into battle in your swimsuits.
Chart. I can't do it.
No, I don't blame you.
I can't do
No,
it.
I can't take that seriously either.
A lot of people I watch who I've seen a lot of people play this game and they do that, and listen, if you want to do that, you can. I've done silly stuff like that as well. But me personally, I cannot do that. I'll just keep this.
Yeah, it's when we did the Xenoblade Chronicles X stream and you gave the character like a mustache. I'm like, you've got more balls than me, Flaze, because I couldn't do that to my franchises.
Well, that's the thing, is with X I can do it, but when it's with Xenoblade Chronicles, it's a little bit of a different story.
I also imagine it helps that Xenoblade Chronicles X main character is a complete blank slate, so...
Yeah. Again, like, if people want to do it, they should. Play how they want to play, that's
play
fun.
your way.
But this is
We're
my way.
not here to tell you how to live your life.
Alright, we got cutscenes. We got a few cutscenes. There's a unique monster up ahead that I might end up fighting, but we'll see. I might avoid it. Anyway. I apologize, this is going on longer than I thought, but...
Hey, this looks like the architecture of Xenoblade Chronicles X.
I wonder why.
The Defense Force often uses it for training, but I come here to do research. It's not really a place that people go.
Not surprising. There are monsters around here that use Mechon parts as armor.
Was this built by the Mechon?
I don't think so. There's a path for people to get in. It might have been a vehicle of some kind.
Like the Defense Force hover transports.
A vehicle? But it's so big.
It's amazing technology. I wonder what kind of people made it.
I ain't got a clue.
Let's keep moving. The ether cylinders are up ahead.
Right.
Alright, now it's just telling you about skip travel here. Oh, you found me! Wait, focus on this one. Even though I would target the other one first, you can change your target.
Good. I'll probably forget how to do that when I play, knowing my stupid
Well, it'll tell you. It'll tell you later. I'm just doing it early because I can, but it'll tell you later. It's okay. Let me quickly go through equipment, actually, because I want... Let's see. Front armor.
That's nice.
That is nice. Let me...
So I'm seeing the light type light. So can any character wear any type of armor?
Depends. So light armor... Typically, anybody can wear. Medium armor, some people can start off wearing. Heavy armor, you have to get the ability to wear it, but light armor, everybody can wear it.
And what's the pros and cons of the weight in this game? I mean...
Weight affects your agility, I believe.
Okay. And what does the agility stat do with gameplay like this?
Avoid attacks.
Okay. Okay, sounds good.
Oh, I was hoping I could wear this, but I don't have matching outfits, so I'll just go with that. But I believe I can do something fun with Fiora. Yes, I can get her darker. This will stay the same. That's fine. It's kind of matching a little bit more.
I like that.
We can change the band, though. I think that's the band?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the top. That's fine as is.
Yeah, I like the red
armbands.
Headband.
Oh, okay.
Both.
But you can change the armbands as well. They're your gauntlets and stuff.
Okay.
Anyway, I think that's okay for now. So, I don't have a lot of gems and stuff. At least I don't think I do, actually. Do I have gems? I don't think I do. I don't have a lot. Yeah, I just have muscle up. That's fine. Ooh, you know what I forgot to do? I need to put in collectibles. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Do it.
Real quick. Let me go over here.
Oh, I just thought of a very important question, Flaze. Especially since this is a game that you're playing for the channel. Is it possible to twerk on the wall?
Unfortunately, you cannot climb. Or I should say, fortunately for you.
Ugh.
Yeah, I should.
Honestly, looking back, I'm like, you know, whenever we were playing my games, I'm like, I was a little too much of a shit because I really just wanted to get to the cool parts of the game.
I mean, like, when it's a game that you love, you're scared of any criticism.
I mean, same.
Offensive.
Like,
yep.
I'm very similar, and it's only recently that I've kind of learned to get over that. Where if someone's like, "Oh, I don't like this game," I finally got to the point where I'm like, "Oh, okay." But it took me a while to get there, to be honest.
I am still... So, there is one guy... So, back in 2013, I was still working at Target. Someone asked me, like, what I get for Christmas. I told them I got the remake of my favorite video game, Tales of Symphonia, you know, when it was re-released on the PlayStation. Then this asshole was like, ugh, that game makes me sick. I'm like, okay, you don't have to like it, but you're basically telling me... After I just said, you know, how excited I was to get my favorite game, that you think my game is, you know, trash. It's like, I don't mind if you don't like it, but...
Be nice.
It's like, you could simply say, I'm like, I don't care for it.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, is that it all depends on how people word it and their intentions.
And well, especially since afterwards he just tried saying, it's like, have you played Golden Sun? That's a good RPG.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
So one thing you'll notice over here, this button is glowing red, or this light thing.
Is that symbol kind of like what's in the...
It's...
No.
It's just kind of broken. So you'll notice it's glowing red. That's interesting, but we're moving on.
Oh, what? The glow.
I got the glow.
I want to touch the glow thing. Oh,
we can't go through there. There's all these enemies I can fight, but we could probably move on. There's a unique monster over there. You know what? I might be able to take him.
Okay.
Let's see.
Do it. Destroy the their little walkie animation. They get on their hind legs just to attack me.
They kind of...
They're so strong.
They look like, you know, white people at, you know, a dance who don't know how to dance, so just kind of swaying back and forth. They look like Commander Shepard trying to dance.
Okay, so we didn't trigger the unique monster. There's actually, you'll see there's an exclamation point over there. That's a unique monster. I do have to fight it for a quest, but because this is going on a little bit longer, I think I'm okay if I don't, as it's approaching me and I'm just collecting the chests. Did I get all the chests? We bail! We bail! We ran!
You don't see any fights happening?
Hey, Flaze, here's some money if you need to bail yourself out of something.
Alright, so...
Yeah, we don't have anything for bail.
So now we have a bunch of story quests, or like story-related stuff coming up.
You didn't pick up the thingy.
No, I did.
You missed it.
No, I did.
I got it. Speaking of bailing people out, I always would lose at Monopoly because I didn't like it, because I thought it sucked when people were in jail because then they couldn't play the game.
So you help them?
So I'd bail them out of jail.
Aww, that's sweet.
Alright.
I'd be like a heartless bitch and watch them rot.
So
you'd be Sunshine.
As a selfish request, I do want to focus on the story for the next parts, because we are kind of getting into some stuff.
Some good shit.
Right here. Yeah. Thanks for the help, Shulk. I'll start collecting them up. You two hold on a sec.
Oh, the circles on the wall, those are the rods?
Yeah, those are the cylinders.
Full of ether cylinders. Hey, why do we have to come all the way here to get them?
Now, why don't we
Isn't
just
there an ether cylinder fueling station in the colony?
Oh, it's a fueling station. Oh.
Refining the ether takes a long time down there, and sometimes cylinderization fails. And there are so many cylinders here for us already. It's more reliable than making them ourselves. Right. And Colony 9's anti-air batteries and mobile artillery are standardized for these cylinders, so they can be used straight away.
I see. You know, this place is in good condition considering it's ancient.
It might be that there's some form of technology being used to preserve it. It's just a shame we don't understand its secret.
Shulk?
But I'll solve it one day and show you. If it's just technology that someone created in the past, it's not incomprehensible. We'll come to understand it one day.
Don't go trying too hard. We can come and get ether cylinders whenever we need them. Besides, it's a good place for Defense Force training.
Yeah, so good that you didn't even want to come here without Shulk to back you up. Anyway, did you collect the cylinders?
Yep, all done. Thanks.
Just come by yourself from now on.
Shh, be quiet.
Hello?
Hello? Oh, hi. You're not a friend. The music started.
I don't know. But it looks like we'll have to destroy them.
So
just leave them to me.
I'm assuming, given the empty slots on the wall, they don't automatically. It's not like there's a custodial machine here that replenishes them or something.
No. So what
Once
this
what
this is it's kind of hard to tell, but this looks like a very. Actually, you know what? I shouldn't spoil it. The cylinders that are here. Nothing replenishes them, but there's so many of them. The reason why there's empty ones is because they've been used over the years. Because this place is just here, and people are like, well, we can just use these.
I mean, why not?
No one else is using them.
Yeah. But it does. It's like, hey, this clearly, to me, at the very least, if whoever came before used them for war, like this could be like an emergency supply bunker. But given what little I know about this franchise, I want to say these weren't meant for
Are you okay?
I'm
war
fine.
machines.
How about you?
I'm alright. Thanks to you and Ryan.
What on Bionis were those? I've never seen anything like them.
Could they have been Mechon?
No. I think they were something left by the civilization that built this vehicle.
They didn't seem like Mechon to me. But why did they only show up now?
I don't know. But they were probably built to protect this place. They might have been activated in response to something. But I don't think that something could have been us.
Could I make a prediction?
Please, let's go back.
Oh, when they're done.
I
can't really stop this. I could in the settings, but it's better to keep
And we've
going.
already got the ether cylinders.
There'll be time.
Huh? What's going on?
Listen, what is that?
That sound.
Oh, the expressions on their faces.
In the sky.
Do I know you?
It's a.
This can't be.
No way.
Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O.
Mechon.
How? Didn't my brother destroy them all a year ago?
Could that defense mechanism have responded to the Mechon?
Let's get back to the colony.
Come on.
I'm still curious on what your prediction or theory
Well,
is.
what my prediction was is, given what happened
Oh, I should have left
when
it. I'm sorry.
Fiora was struck by the Monado, I'm assuming she triggered it, but given that Mechon are here, I'm like, I think that's more likely it's the Mechon.
And I mean, the Monado can't.
I mean, I know it can't cut non-Mechons, but...
At least in the setting it's in, I guess.
One large Mechon! 10 carriers! And an unknown number of units emerging from the carriers!
You idiots! Why didn't you see this lot until they were right on top of us?
But sir, we thought the Mechon had all been wiped out!
Oi! What's happening? Respond!
That phone's tiny.
Anti-air batteries 1 to 3. Why aren't my targeting systems online? Don't let a single one into the colony!
Actually,
Assemble everyone who
feet.
can
That's
fight.
pretty bad that they're here.
Evacuate the civilians to the shelter.
Yeah, there's civilians here and the army.
We got it!
No, you
No,
didn't.
wait! What the? Our weapons don't work on them at all!
Oh, it's you, yeah!
Hi, you might recognize me from such games as Smash Bros.
What type of mech is that? I've never seen one like it.
You slackers, fire! Shoot it down!
God, the design of that thing is awesome. I love how they're little tiny ones.
I can't take Ryan seriously in those pants. I know there's a lot happening right now.
But you gotta just fix his pants.
I just gotta. One moment. No, not this one. It's this one? It's this one. Okay, there we go. Alright.
All is better. All is well. We can take.
All right.
We can now fight them.
Don't worry, you got your big boy shorts on.
Yeah, so you can't fast travel here, but you can get over there simply by. Woo!
Splish.
Oh man. Just again, speaking of jumping and just again, Tales of Arise. It's the first Tales game that you can jump, and it's the first Tales game where you can jump off ledges instead of being.
Yeah.
So it was like, wow.
For a hot minute, because you were just moving towards these exclamation points, I'm like, are you ignoring the main fight?
Oh, all of the
side quest?
it's like look at all of the main story quests going on. Are you just ignoring it?
It's like, excuse me, I've got to catch 3 fish.
Oh, damn, my house is on fire. Well, time to find that 50th pine cone.
Fire!
Yeah. You'll notice
on the
you'll notice on the minimap that there's a direction that'll lead us to the main story quest. If I switch it over to like
oh, it's gone. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is helpful. Okay, but we're almost there.
Yeah, in the immortal
You
words
did
of
it.
you and our Undertale playthrough, fire! You gotta put out the fire!
That was such a good moment.
That was so good.
You know, it's weird, given how important Undertale did kind of become to the channel, that was one that we didn't do with the whole channel. We just did it with Jesse.
Well, listen, we all got into it. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, things aren't looking too good here.
No, this looks really bad.
That just looks painful.
I can't decide if it shreds them or if they're eating them somehow.
I think the latter. Or, well, for a machine, it could be both.
Don't worry, guys. This is a Nintendo game.
Jesus!
I mean, the blood isn't red, so it doesn't count.
That doesn't mean shit!
Although it does make me wonder, I'm like, okay, if their blood is blue, does that mean we're actually secretly machines as well? I mean,
go and check on him.
I don't want to spoil anything from another game from the same series, but...
Hi, but what happened to your
By
arm?
the way, there is blood in this game.
Where's your other arm, friend?
If this thing wants a fight, let's give it one.
Alright, so we're fighting a Mechon without the Monado. So now you get to see what we have to do, basically. You have to inflict topple before you can attack a Mechon.
Oh, okay, so normal people can fight them. Alright.
Yeah, but you have to, like, knock it down. So for now, if I go up and do an auto attack, I do 1 damage. So I have to inflict break, and then Ryan has to do wild down, and then we can go...
Now you can go ham.
Attack it. So we're gonna do this. There we go.
Good. Beep boop bop boop.
See? Didn't stand a chance.
No time to celebrate now.
We've disabled it, but only for
Oh no,
now.
I think you just
It'll
send out a...
reactivate
You
soon.
just send out a... Okay, I can't think of the joke. Never mind.
Where's
It's okay.
Senpai?
He's gone. I can't find him anywhere.
What? He ain't fit enough to face these things. Ryan, let's get to the lab. The lab? Of course. The Monado's there. Exactly. The Monado can take out Mechon.
Alright, so now our goal is that we have to go and try to retrieve the Monado. So, what I would suggest doing here,
Teleport?
running away is a valid tactic. Hi, I'm not here, you don't see me, you do not perceive me, you do not see me, I don't exist, I'm not,
No one's here!
I am just a bug, you don't perceive.
Xenoblade, Why are you taking a page from Mega Man X7?
Oh, you're a big
It's like one of the
boy.
being able to just run around robots instead of fighting them. That's the attention that does not make.
Don't perceive me!
You think you can do what you want in our colony? The Colonel, the guys.
Shoot, I was gonna ask something. I can't remember what it was. From a world building standpoint,
No, if you die, I'll be so sad.
Since they said that they thought all the Mechon were dead.
What the hell are you? A Mechon with a face?
Oh right, you're called Metal Face.
Grin at me, will you?
Well, that ended poorly.
Well, he's alive, so it's all well.
Didn't even dent it.
No, not the Colonel. I like him. Aww. Fuck you, Metalface. You and your skinner butt. Oh, he's a Transformer. Forgot about that.
Transformers!
What were you gonna say?
More to make you cry.
Yeah, there's another cutscene coming soon, so...
in universe, did they actually go and explore the Mechonis's body? And that's why they thought that they wiped out all the Mechons? Or did they just kind of assume that since they wiped out all of them at the battlefield?
I think they just assumed that they wiped them all at the battlefield.
And
Actually going to Mechonis is not the safest idea.
Okay. It doesn't matter too much, I was just curious.
At least that's how I interpret it.
The guys! I'm gonna destroy every last one of those damn Mechon!
Don't blame you, buddy.
Shulk, the entrance!
No! We'll never get in there now!
Wait. Let me think here. Ha! Rhine, Fiora! There's still the mobile artillery.
Right! If we recharge it with those ether cylinders we collected, we can blast our way in!
It's in the residential district.
Great. Alright, this is it. Time to avenge the Colonel and the boys!
Alright.
For the Colonel!
for Captain Vanguard!
For Captain Mustachio!
What a great character. For Vandom.
What a good man.
For Vandom. Pretty sure that was one. Anyway, so if we get here, fun times ahead.
What the?
Shulk, more from behind!
Dun, dun, dun.
Rhine, looks like you and I will have to cut a path through them.
Looks like it.
Fiora,
What about me? Am I
run
chopped
in and
liver?
Open up a path. Then you can run through.
You two can't do this by yourselves. I want to fight as well.
Get through. We'll be right behind you.
But Shulk...
A year ago, Dunban and the Defense Force fought hard to protect the colony and all of us Homs. Now it's our turn to repay them.
Please
What do you call themselves again? Homs?
Homs.
Homs, okay.
Yeah.
Couldn't remember.
I'm assuming that it just means humans.
Pretty much.
Rhine!
Homs.
Don't look so worried. We'll just get rid of these ones.
My legs, they hurt!
I mean, unless there are other organic species in this world.
Well, yeah, there's little
That's true. See, I remember in X there were humanoid aliens.
Huh? You take
Getting
her
out with
too.
different continuity, so I shouldn't
Of
keep
course.
comparing.
Well, it's all you know. It's okay.
Looks like she trusts me after all.
I told you.
He's kind of smiling like, she trusts me. Anyway, fighting.
But, oh yeah, we have to do violence.
I also know I wanted to kind of not learn too much about this game, just so I could have a slightly more genuine reaction when we finally got to it.
Yeah.
Again, as I said, I think this is probably the single most built-up game in our channel's history. And probably will never be topped, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah. But, that's okay. I do really, like, I know we're not through the prologue, but if you have been here this long and you're having a good time watching it, definitely check out the series, please.
Do it, do it.
I've heard, now, just correct me if I'm wrong, Flaze, but is Xenoblade Chronicles 2 kind of the low point of the series out of the 3 games? Or would you say X is the low point?
Okay, there's a lot of opinions regarding this. So here's the thing. Here's the genuine thing. Every time I go online talking to Xenoblade fans, there is no
consensus.
No, because there are some people who say, "Oh, I think 2 is the best game," and then there's some people who are like, "No, 2 is blasphemous. 1 is the best game," and then there's other people who are like, "Well, 2 does things better than 1," and other people are like, "No, 1 was like the best," and then there's people who are like, "Hey, what about Xenoblade Chronicles X? That game was pretty cool, wasn't it?" So there are, like, when Xenoblade 3 was announced, unfortunately there were I saw Xenoblade trending and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to see happy fans, and a lot of it was just people arguing which game is better. So there's no consensus. Like what you like.
You were never cut out for this stuff. You go. I'll take care of things here.
What? Just when we get more gameplay and no cutscenes.
To persuade me. Tell me about it.
Uh-oh.
Good job. Good dodge.
Ryan, behind you!
My boy! Good boy.
Get out of here! Short, don't be stupid! Hold on!
He's Monado, bitches.
Pierce is using his left arm.
No, he's still he is
using his left arm.
He can't use his right arm.
I figured, but if the Monado could take control, I was wondering if it would be able to override his body's injuries.
Dunban's the only one we know that can kind of control it, so.
I thought so. This is what I was waiting to see. Ready, lads?
Yay, we have the Monado now.
Because, so, you ever heard of the Yeast series?
I know.
I have, yeah.
Yeah, so I was looking up kind of so the only one I've really played is Lacrimosa of Donna, which, and I was kind of looking up some reviews on it. And, yeah, the one reviewer I found was basically saying it's like, yeah, so this was the Xenoblade sequel that I wanted from Xenoblade Chronicles 2, but it didn't deliver. I'm like, okay, I haven't played Xenoblade Chronicles 1 or X at this point. Could you talk about the gameplay itself rather than just say,
Shulk, where's Fiora?
The residential district. We said we'd meet her there.
Looks like we'll have to take the long way round.
All right, then we cut through the commercial district.
Yes.
That and combined with, I remember you talking about how Rex, the main character, the second one, wasn't the best character.
Yeah, I don't like Rex.
So that's why I was wondering if Xenoblade Chronicles 2 wasn't well received.
I've seen a lot of people get introduced to Xenoblade from Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
I mean, it helps that, it was the game that was most readily available after the series got, acknowledged.
I have opinions on Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I still prefer the first game. However, there are things that I really like about the second game. I probably like the DLC of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 more than the main game, personally. But that doesn't mean that Xenoblade Chronicles 2 isn't bad. It's just, there's a few things it did that I didn't like. But I watched, we talked about Chuka Conroy a little bit earlier. I watched him kind of explain some things that kind of went over some of the things I didn't like about the game, and I've grown to like it a lot more. I still think it's a really good game, but I prefer this one, but honestly, all entries are pretty good. Okay, we got another cutscene coming up.
Oh, yeah, then I'll hold on that thought.
Dunban! You can't take any more of the Monado!
But I must! I don't have a choice!
Oh god, what was that?
That was blood.
But it was black.
But blood has been blew up to this point, so I think all rules are out the window.
It was red.
Oh.
Hey!
Go, protagonist.
This time, it's my turn!
Shulk! No! It'll kill you! Shulk!
Only, hopefully I'll kill them first.
Ooh. What?
What's happening?
Good question, kid. Dodge it. Get time for that throat. Damn.
It's okay. It happens. It happens.
Yep.
What the?
Oh. Oh.
Wow, Shulk's pretty awesome.
How could this be? Shulk is using the Monado.
What was
Senpai,
that?
you were mine.
Shulk, more company.
Ryan.
Right. Ryan, Dunban.
He's using Shulk's. No, he's not using Shulk's sword.
Shulk.
Yeah,
do you
no.
feel all right?
I'm okay, but there was something strange. Just now, it was as if I could see into the future. Is this another power of the Monado? See into the future? What are you saying?
Right now, guys. There's a lot.
Shulk.
Yes.
I see. I remember Dixon saying that the Monado had a hidden power. Could this be it? What?
Wait, did Dixon use the Monado first?
Don't think about it now. Just
We
believe
don't
what
know.
the Monado showed you and fight. Got it.
But he and Shulk have been kind of studying the Monado.
Together, yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, so now we can be Shulk with the Monado, but in the meantime, I'm gonna... Nope, I have to be Shulk with Monado.
Okay.
I wanted to be Dunban, because Dunban actually has new arts and stuff.
Aw.
But we have this tutorial to kind of explain, like, oh, here's how you use the Monado.
This is how Monado.
Basically, our main talent now, in the middle, has become the Monado thing, where we can use Monado arts from it. So I build it up, and then I can switch and use Monado arts that way. So,
But, yeah. But yeah, kind of going, with what you said, a lot of people were introduced thanks to Xenoblade 2. It's kind of like, I guess a comparison I can make is that the reason Final Fantasy VII is the most popular Final Fantasy is that's the one most people are introduced to.
Mm-hmm.
Even if objectively there are other Final Fantasy games that are better.
Yeah.
It's just due to them not being as widely available or the series not as well known yet in some cases. It's like, yeah, you still have to, yeah.
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 It happens. So, we've been listening to new versions of the songs this entire time.
Oh.
Pretty much all of the music in the background has been, like, either redone or the compression was taken off of it for the definitive edition. So there's actually new music, and some soundtracks are really good, but there's a particular song coming up that I prefer the original for, so I'm actually gonna switch it to all of the stuff to the original one so that we can listen to the original version of the song.
Okay.
Anyway,
I
but now-
appreciate that they included that, because
Yeah.
because like I remember when Cat Icarus talked about the Crash Bandicoot Insane trilogy, since Crash Bandicoot 3 is his favorite video game, and he said while most of the music is good, there are a handful that were so much better in the original, and he wishes that they'd included an option to go back to the original.
I'm in the same boat. There's, like, I think a lot of the songs are really good, but there's a few that I prefer the original to. Okay, now we're getting to the end of the prologue!
Yeah, there are a couple instances in Tales Symphonia remake. Oh.
I'm open.
It's massive.
Oh, I should have switched the time. Oh, well.
That Mekon, it has a face. That don't mean nothing. That's right. Not when we have the Monado.
Sorry, you said you should have switched the what?
I wanted to switch the time because I like doing this at night, but it's okay. So you'll notice that I'm trying to attack, and it's not working. The Monado is not working against a Mechon. I'm trying to use Enchant, which makes us be able to all hit the Mechon, but we are still doing 1 damage to it. The Monado is supposed to work against
Mechon.
Huh.
Oh, I do remember now. I remember you. I remember your story, Metal Face!
I don't remember. Yeah, I never got that far. But
That's okay. But anyway, it's...
But I do remember that...
We can't do anything.
Yeah.
I love how he shook his feet!
The Monado should come through Mekon with ease.
What is that light? Other Mekon don't have that. Could that light be why the Monado has no effect?
Sure. Right, get down.
Love that.
Stay back. I'll take it from here. No, you can't take any more.
Everyone, get away right now!
Fiora.
Hell yeah, I forgot about that.
What did I just... Fiora! Get back!
I won't let you hurt any more people. We will save Colony 9!
Fiora! Get out of here! Run!
You want more?
Rad.
Eat this.
Fuck yeah.
Take that right in your face. I'm gonna punch your face in the face. I mean, it does look like she still took a chunk out of it, if I'm not making a mistake.
Rad.
Not really.
Still started pretty good.
Fiora!
They just fridge Fiora.
I love that the claw stayed red. That's cool.
Alright, so now we can inflict... So, it's not all for not. If we do a chain attack, if I use break, I've inflicted break on it.
Yay! Kick his ass!
Now we can topple.
Oh, I remember this move.
Ah, I messed that up.
He still does a lot of damage.
Wait a second. The red lines, they move along the metal face like the blue lines do on the Monado.
Oh, interesting.
Shulk!
Communication from the mothership?
Get back here! No!
So I just want a quick aside, the dubbing in this game is
super good.
It's really good.
Oopsie, sorry, Mikey. Glad they all just kind of fucked off.
Fiora.
Ah, the breeze feels so good.
Yeah,
I can't feel
I'd
that
forgotten
now
what it
I'm
feels
dead.
like. I never thought it could be so quiet here.
You're
Where did that
spending too
sandwich
much
go, by
time
the
with
way?
Ryan.
Don't know.
You're getting used to all the noise he makes.
Obviously.
Yeah, maybe.
It's so peaceful. You know, Shulk, I hope every day can be like this, always.
You did this to us. You wish the worst thing.
I wonder if it'd be possible to blow up the Mechonis's blade, if that could have separated the two.
I guess with enough charges or something.
I mean, it
friggin'
doesn't really matter
strong.
now that the Mechons are here.
And they can fly, so.
That's true, so that probably wouldn't have done much. If anything, that would have stopped us from counterattacking.
Yeah.
Have you been to see Dunban?
Yeah.
I just can't do it. You got more guts than me.
Not at all. It was him that consoled me.
Oh. I guess that's the type of guy he is.
Yeah. Even without the Monado, he's the strongest person I know.
Shulk, how are you holding up?
I'm fine.
Not
but
well.
You.
I will shed no tears.
Huh?
A year ago, I felt the same sense of deep loss that I do now.
The Battle of Sword Valley.
After that battle, many of my friends did not make it home. While I was being brought here on that stretcher, they were all I thought about. But I decided I would not cry. Everyone who died in that war had something they wanted to protect. Family, friends, loved ones, their home. So they fought to protect them. And we won. No matter how painful, no matter how hard, it's nothing to be sad about. I decided that there and then.
Dunban.
Shulk, Fiora would tell you the same thing. She wanted to protect us. Or rather, she wanted to protect you. And you're alive now. So, I will not cry.
Okay.
Remember the gift of life that Fiora gave you, and treasure it.
I can't say that I understand, but I hope to, someday.
Good words.
That is all I
Good
ask.
choice.
Believe me, I'm always just trying to understand.
Treasure the gift of life that Fiora gave you. He's one of a kind, that Dunban.
I've made a decision.
Huh?
My purpose in life. I will pursue that faced Mechon.
Shulk.
They attacked our colony. Kill Fiora. I will find that Mechon. Find it and destroy it. Destroy them all. What are you laughing at?
Sorry. It's just a bit weird. I never thought you'd be the one to say it.
So you agree?
Course, man. I'm just surprised you came out with it first.
You
I thought I'd have to goad you into it.
That's not what Fiora would want. That sound right?
Yeah. Something like that. I thought you'd give me a hard time.
In my head, there are two versions of me. One of them is saying that. It's telling me, listen to what Dunban said.
What about the other one?
It keeps shouting, make them pay. Destroy every single one of them. And it won't stop getting louder.
Dang violence,
Doesn't sound
dude.
like you. Sure,
I
ain't
think
my
that's the
voice in
Monado
there.
shouting that.
That doesn't sound like you, says
It's a bit
Ryan.
of a loudmouth.
There you
Might
go
be a bit of
then.
loudmouth. It might be Ryan. I do love that witty banter.
They're such cute friends.
They are.
So, when are we heading off?
Right now.
Perfect.
Time for an adventure.
Going on a journey. A beautiful journey
of friendship. And possibly love.
Right then.
Yeah.
Goodbye, small colony.
Is anyone else even still alive?
Yeah?
Look after yourselves, boys. As soon as this heals, I'll be right behind you.
It's been a year,
And then we will seize our destiny. Together.
Yeah. What's up, dude? Okay, bye.
Alright, that is the...
The prologue.
The prologue.
So, just a random question. Does Shulk need to switch over to a regular sword when fighting organic enemies, or do this kind of...
And the Midard is still a
Okay.
sword.
Yeah, he'll keep using the Monado, but so it doesn't hurt Homs. It can hurt other organic life, but it can't hurt Homs or things that have Hom blood with it.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. If there's Homs involved, the Monado cannot hurt it.
The Midard just accept.
That big guy had red lines going through it, and it looked like the Mechons were grinding them up. Are they basically injecting blood into the big Mechons?
Oh!
Is this...
I hate that.
Is this War of the Worlds stuff, harvesting the humans for their blood?
You'll have to find out when you play the game.
Yep.
Yeah, so that is the that's the
first act.
That's the first act of the game.
All right.
What are your thoughts, y'all? Without spoiling anything, if you have spoilers.
Okay, I know I said that I saw Abby play through this, but I had deleted Fiora's death from my mind. It's like, okay, I'm hoping something more comes of it because I don't like the killing the girl.
You also do have to remember when it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so hard because all I can say is it's worth it, I promise.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, and I remember certain things, and yeah, it's worth it.
Okay.
Yeah. I do completely get that.
Oh, absolutely.
I 100% get it.
No.
I 1000% because I feel similar.
Yeah.
But I can say it is worth it.
The journey is still really good, and while Fiona's death is kind of Fiora's death is the catalyst. It's not the only thing Shulk goes through.
Yes.
And so it's not it's a little refrigerating of the lady, but they don't abuse it.
Okay.
Like the comic you're thinking.
Yeah, it's more like it's the catalyst, like you said, but it's one of those where obviously it starts off this way, as like most stories do, but as things go on, it certainly changes.
Yeah.
I mean, given the fact that in Shulk's vision, it sounded like, the guy with the claws was talking. I'm like, okay, he's probably not dead. So...
The journey, again, this is just kind of like the catalyst, because it's like, if you have questions, I highly encourage you either to play the game yourself or check out the rest of the story. I think the story is really good, personally, and if you're already even a little bit interested at this point, it's worth it at least checking out. If you're not interested, then this game is probably not for you, but...
It's like, I'm going to try and play through it, that's for sure. If I don't have time for it, I'll find a playthrough or something.
Oh yeah, honestly, completely valid.
Yeah.
Completely valid.
That's what Let's Plays are for.
Yeah, no, like, as much as I want people to actually play a game, I also completely understand people just watching stuff, because I do that as well.
Yeah, and also sometimes, I don't think this game is easy to come by anymore, even with the remake.
With Definitive Edition, it's actually a lot easier with Definitive Edition. Okay. The Wii version was a little bit difficult, but they made it pretty easy, because...
Oh, is there a cloud version? Or a digital one?
You can buy this digitally on the eShop.
Good.
You can buy Definitive Edition on the eShop, and if you want to see the new graphics, then I encourage you to do that, because as much as I feel so nostalgic for the original Wii, it's kind of uncanny valley, I'm not gonna lie.
No, like, remembering them and seeing the expressions on these guys' faces, I'm like, holy shit, they were bricks. Yeah. Oh my god, I was watching bricks be emotional.
I mean, again, it's pretty good for a game that came out in 2010 with the amount of size, like the size of this game.
Yeah, but the size on the fucking Wii.
On the Wii, yeah. But I'm not gonna lie, the visuals in my opinion, do look better in Definitive Edition.
Oh, so much better.
So
the fact that I can see the minor eyebrow details and actually there's a lot more motion in the eyes instead of just
I agree.
Let me move my lips.
I agree.
At the time of this recording, you can still get a physical copy for $44.
Rad.
Yeah, this game is easier to come by. When it was
Oh.
originally on the Wii, it wasn't.
Wasn't there a port to the 3DS as well?
There was, yes. So it made
don't know anything about
a new 3DS. It wasn't like the 3DS. It had to be the new 3DS.
Yeah, because graphics.
Yeah, so the game has become a lot more accessible than it did before. And again, I highly encourage, if you have even the smallest interest in checking out the game, try it out.
And especially since not every hidden gem or overlooked gem gets a second chance of being this widely available. So I say take advantage of it, guys, if you can.
Also, if you saw the trailer to Xenoblade 3 and thought, oh, that looks interesting, then you should probably watch Xenoblade 1. Just saying.
Just a little bit.
Because I watched Xenoblade and one of my friends was like, oh yeah, it looks interesting. And I'm like, I don't think you realize how many references there are to the other games. So the creator said that it's not necessary to play the series to play Xenoblade 3, and I understand that. However, the same creator said that Xenoblade 2 was not connected to Xenoblade 1, and that's a lie.
I mean,
he's good at that whole spoiler thing. He's just like,
he's great at it because
no one's gonna know.
I mean, a great story is one you can understand on its own, but an amazing story is one that you can understand on its own, but becomes 10 times better if you can pick up on those little details.
Yeah, and I think that is kind of what Xenoblade 2 is like. Like, it's a good story on its own, but there are things that make more sense if you played the original. Anyway.
Because, I don't have anything more to say. I was just agreeing with you.
Any final thoughts? I'm so glad I got to play this with you guys.
I gotta pick it back up again and get back to where I was, because I'm already like, seeing the beginning, knowing what I know, I'm like, oh fuck.
It's a lot easier
and now
to get
it's
through
also
stuff.
just like, I have so many questions that I realize haven't been answered yet, and I'm like, fuck, what? I want to know!
Yep, that was...
Feel free... Sorry, continue. I didn't mean to interrupt,
It's like,
sorry.
Yeah, I imagine you two were feeling kind of like I did when Abby and I streamed Berseria. And it's like, I've beaten the game, so I'm picking up on it.
You're like, oh shit, that's when this is introduced. And I'm like, what's introduced? And you're like, nothing!
Yeah, no, I'll be honest, there were a few things, I slipped up like once or twice, but there were a few things where I'm like, I can't say anything,
Yeah.
don't even
No,
hint!
Yeah, no, I felt that. Because I was just like, yeah, no, I felt that exact thing.
But, regardless...
I think I was only like, what, halfway through the game?
You were more than halfway.
Fuck me. Oh, damn.
Did we have to give the game back to Flaze? Is that
So
what
yeah, so what ended up happening, here's what I remember, and I remember it very vividly. I don't blame you for this happening.
Yeah, no.
So what had happened is you just barely fought a unique monster because you were doing a quest in a limited... that had a limited availability, and so you didn't want it to disappear, so you were doing a quest for that, and you fought a unique monster, and it was a really hard unique monster.
Yeah.
It's a really hard unique monster, and you finally beat it, and you're like, I need a break.
And then I never...
And then you kind of stopped, and you're like, I kind of need to step away from it. You could pick up the game if you want, because I think...
I know
your
your
brother
like,
wanna
brother,
play
your
it?
cousin, or someone was wanting to play it. It was because it was summer break.
Yeah, someone
and
did.
You play it with your little brother or something.
Yeah, so it
I
was
like, you better pick it up so you guys can do that.
Yeah, and I
then
think you needed to step away because that boss was really hard.
Yeah, and
so
fuck, that means I have to do it again though.
So that is what happened with that. But you were more than halfway.
Fuck me. All right, I can do it again.
I
can do that.
You can do that, and it's so much easier now.
Thank God.
You can keep track of your quests, and you can navigate your quests and stuff.
I'm stoked.
There's
so stoked.
So many quality life changes, and you don't have to worry about your appearances anymore because you can change your appearances to what you want.
Man, I was in the most hideous clothes.
Yeah, so you can now have
hideous.
optimized equipment.
I know.
Sorry.
Oh no, you finish.
No. Go ahead.
I know my biggest concern with getting through this game is I have a distinct problem of if I play something that's similar to something else I like, I tend to get distracted and want to play that other thing.
Oh, yeah. I get that, for sure.
Because that's what happened. I was trying to play Arise, but I was noticing things that were similar to Symphonia.
Yeah, that
And I know with this one, it's like, oh, please don't make me want to play White Knight Chronicles or Final Fantasy 12 because of the similar gameplay.
Yeah, again...
just let me enjoy it for what it is, brain.
That's understandable. I get that way as well. But if you can, because I also had a friend who was like, I kind of was interested in a Xenoblade 3. Maybe I'll watch the first one. I don't think they've picked it up. They watched like a good portion of it, and I was so excited because they were getting to like some really good parts, and then they kind of stopped, and I was like, well, crap. Just for reference, Abby. Well, actually, I don't want to spoil anything. Right. I'll tell.
Were they
I'll
in
tell
a
you.
similar spot that I was?
I can tell you exactly where they were.
Anyway,
that's about it.
Did we want to wrap up the stream?
Yes, we'll wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
It was good to have all of us here again.
Woo!
If you want to join the Discord, there's a link in the description, and we're not sure when, but we'll see you then.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Nice being here again.